Willie 8 points.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So instead of winning 97 to 98, I would win like 89 to 88. I guess I could do that.
Doug, come over tonight. We'll pray, and I'll totes make you better. That's from Bunchy Donovan's priest.
I don't need any priest right now.
Well, counseling might help, though.
I need a computer programmer to check on some of the...
Maybe you just need to contract out your fantasy football to someone who kind of knows what they're doing.
No, I don't think so.
Prod Joe shouldn't accept points scored in mop-up time. Thanks, Sam Bradford. That is producer Joe's big thing on Bradford. Everything was in mop-up time, and yet there it is. Yeah. Mop-up time gets him to the championship game.
And he's going to accept it?
Well, we don't know that yet.
I keep expecting a phone call or a text apologizing for what happened and for those points to be refunded.
So that still could happen.
I think it probably should happen.
Boy,
if he's a man of integrity.
I had it wrong. You're not a griper. You're a man of character.
Yeah. This is just what I would do.
Bye.
It's up to Joe.
Why did you have to bring, like, the country and the president into it when things went south?
That's what you say when things don't go your way. You say things like, thanks, Obama. You say, where's Al Sharpton now?
Nice.
And those seem like appropriate things to say last night when Cutler's going crazy in mop-up time.
Try this, dang it.
Dang it, yeah, that works a little bit.
Dang it, Cutler.
Doug, when you lose countless times over the course of your life, one would think you might better know how to handle it. Big Blonde Dan.
Big Blonde Dan, the big Swede, the big raw-boned Swede. He didn't need to text into here.
Guys, your thoughts on Connie Britton? Look her up. Thanks. Hashtag potent potable.
Connie Britton? Do you know who that is?
No.
She was on Friday Night Lights, and she's on that show about country music. Is it called Nashville?
She was also in Spin City.
She's in Spin City.
And I can't hear.
Willie, you can't hear?
There we go. I had my headphones in the other.
Hey, I see Alpina's back.
He is.
Alpina's back, and you're gonna be
what's going on, guys?
Alpina, I might have to stop following you on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
It's just too many passionate sports takes.
Too many?
You don't seem to be real high on Johnny Manziel.
I just think, he is what he is. He is what he is. He's 5'11". He's kind of like a cocky frat boy. I don't know. Just don't like him.
Doug, there that is.
It was just one game.
Based on one game, you're
No. I'm basing the frat boy hatred on everything that he's kind of been, like, his whole...
So you don't like frat guys? I mean, that seems like that's the core of the issue.
I was a frat guy.
So was I. So was Tim.
But did you do money signs?
Doug?
Well, I didn't have any money.
Nothing's changed.
I did on my computer printouts.
You did?
Yeah.
You did? That's good. That's good. I don't know. I just think that, do you think that he's the answer in Cleveland? Not that there's any answer in Cleveland?
We're not going to get into that.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini. 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 Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Friday night is always pizza night with TMA. But this week, every night is pizza night for TMA listeners at Felix's. Get any hand-tossed 18-inch build-your-own pizza or specialty pizza for $20. It feeds 4 people, limit 3 toppings. Mention the TMA special. Find out more at Felix'sPizzaPub.com. Felix's Pizza Pub, home of the biggest slice in St. Louis.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled-high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. The Ryan Kelly Morning After exists because of the name on the show, and that's Ryan Kelly. You have been our title sponsor for a decade. You are the one we thank, and many people around town, the one that gets the blame for the show.
I do get the blame, too. I did all the glory and all the blame. I got to tell you, it's just humbling to hear what you just said. I remember I started with the text line sponsorship, and then after the first day, I go, I'll take the whole show. I love it so much. And refinance or buying a house, why'd you go anywhere else? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago, and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com. There's a new whiskey in town, Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and going down easy is their game. The kin behind Fistful has spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy. Get wise. Pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy Fistful responsibly.
I before E, except after C.
What is it, I before E, except after Y?
Nutted it. Absolutely nutted it.
Treat others how you would like to be treated.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Salt and smoke.
Okay.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:06 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, the Potted Plant, TMASTL.com, and YouTube.com/TMASTL. Welcome to the Munganass St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. We're in the Michelob Ultra Studios. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, and the Plowhawk on the 1s and 2s. Action Jackson is in the Hamptons, and he is vacationing there with his old money family. Yeah, it's kind of rubbing it in our faces.
He has his own place up there by now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He acquired that. I think when he turned 24, they released his trust fund to him. So that's how he got it.
Oh, it was a trust fund. I thought it was that lucrative KFNS money.
That's why I think he bought 2 Ronnies.
2 Ronnies Cines?
Oh, really? From Marcus Theaters?
Look, buddy, you get that trust fund money and you have Mark Han on your side. That's it's tripled by now.
Yeah. ROI.
Yeah.
R.
And so he takes vacations.
That's right.
While the rest of us continue to labor.
That's correct. R to the O to the I. You know, Plowhawk, you're going to Montana in late July, am I correct?
Super excited about it. Yes, I am.
And one of the things, I forgot, Tommy and I were BSing the other day about handling when we take off differently than we have in the past and doing like show vacations. Show vacations. Not that it has to be show vacations.
Oh, so like everyone's off at the same time.
Right.
I get that.
Because I think I'm probably going to be off around that time as well. See what I'm saying?
I'm cool setting something up if we do, all have to be off. I didn't know the protocol. I know me and Tommy and the show have talked about me going to Montana for a few months during our show meetings.
I thought you were saying we were all going to have to go to Montana.
That's correct.
You would
all go to Montana.
I don't want to go to Montana.
You would
It's too far. I'd go if I could fly, but I don't want to drive to Montana.
I think driving would be fun. I think it'd be fun.
I think it would be dreadful.
You could hop in the back with the 3 dogs.
I don't want to.
I do some trout fishing up there.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fishing. We're right on the lake. So, yeah, it'll be fun. Whatever Tommy needs me to do, he knows I'm just a quick email away. So, yeah.
You'll be on vacation, so.
Well, I meant beforehand, like what they need us to do. So.
Well, I mean, Jackson runs the board. Me and Doug just bore our listeners to death for 5 days.
This is an endorsement.
It shows it shows how much Jackson does. And I knew, you know that going in that he does just an awful lot. But filling in for him today it is. I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it's an adjustment. And respect Jackson for all the work he does. Cause
I told you downstairs when I had to fill in. I think you were on furlough. Yeah. Whether it be Sea Monster, or Gangster Pete, or then Jackson, I had to do all that.
Oh, no.
Well, and you think it's easy, but you have to make sure you guys get the captain's log and all the live spots done.
Well, sure.
Come in, set up the podcast, links, audio, do all of that. Yeah. So it's a lot of work. I mean, you can get it done, but still, Jackson does a lot of work.
But what was great was I got to go to the sun.uk.
Oh, yeah, isn't that a nice little site?
Kinda
Done so many stories. Great journalism.
Dip my toes into that pool, which is so nice. Cause,
sun.co.uk. Source of many, and I do see you've sent some over this morning.
They have Englishmen who just come up with a website and write fake, bizarre stories.
Whoa, on the fake thing.
And like 90% of the stories are royal family related, it seems like, as well. A lot of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, and then the flyover yesterday.
No.
You know what they have, too, on weekends? Because there was... when I lived in Bermuda, we only had 2 papers. We had the Royal Gazette, which was Bermuda, and then we got the 2 New York papers. We got the Post and the Times. That was it, pretty much. But they got the English papers. And there's one, I forgot, it might have been the Sun, but on weekends they have what they call page 3, and it's just a topless girl with big boobs.
Nice.
In the newspaper.
Yeah. It's like they sell out every weekend.
The whole thing. The page, what was it, page 2 girl or something like that?
I think it's called page 3.
It's page 6.
No.
Page 6? Page 6 is the New York Post gossip thing.
Yeah, page 3 is, I think it's called page 3. But they just find girls who have massive breasts.
Why don't you put it on page 1? Just to maybe sell more papers.
Well, I don't think they can have it just sitting out there on the newsstand, so they can hide it.
What's the difference? You turn one page and there it is?
What if kids are walking by the newsstand and you see boobs?
What if kids pick up a newspaper and actually read it?
I don't think kids are
going
to pick up a paper and go to page 3.
Well, I wouldn't put them next to the highlights, those types of, the color and...
I don't know that you can take some moral stand against it if it's going to be in there at all.
I'm just saying they're very liberal compared to the United States.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They don't mind nudity over there.
No. Suggestion for the Lemmings Open. Doug, we discussed this maybe in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, but Cuck Knobloch is texting it in at 7:11 this morning in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. Dillian Harper, give Iggy a shot at redemption. For those of you who may not have heard yesterday's show or the 9 o'clock hour of yesterday's show, we're going to be doing the Lemmings Open, which I won't say we've always done, but I think we've done 2 golf tournaments for 3 years, minus 2020, of course. So maybe 18, 19, and 21. And historically, we've just kind of just done one, random tournament. And we were having a show meeting on, Wednesday, I gather. And they said, well, let's, it doesn't just have to be one. It could be 2 days, and we can do it up big. And so then we said, well, who would be good to have as our celebrity guest or celebrity guests? And Tommy said, you guys have a lot of people you mentioned on the show. Maybe one of these people you mentioned on the show we can get to come in. We have some money we can spend, bring them in. So I went to the fan pin asking for suggestions, and then also discussed it yesterday on the show. Dillian Harper. Now, I have a friendship with Caden Cross. That Iggy's got a near love interest with Dillian Harper because she, Doug, as you remember, observed his bed and kind of was hinting.
He digs her.
And Lisa Ann, just 2 weeks ago on the show, it made Iggy feel like he missed an opportunity. So the question I would have is this, and I was thinking about texting Lisa Ann about it. With Lisa Ann, who is so good at this, and by good at this, I mean she's so friendly to everyone who approaches her, and not in like a creepy, playing the role of a former adult star thing. She's just friendly to everybody. So you got to have that personality. So the bar is set very high. But if we have a different adult star, would she feel like we are not? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got where I'm coming from.
But she can't come in. She can't come in.
But I know she can't come in September. So I feel like, you have categories of advertisers, for example, and maybe the category of adult film star, Lisa Ann has the monopoly on that.
Yeah, I think she has exclusivity.
Does she have exclusivity?
I don't think she does, but I think it's a great idea to ask her because she's going to say,
out of respect.
She's going to say, no, not of course. I can't come in, so whatever you want to do. Mine is the dotem. whatever you want to do with the other one. I think that's what she'll say, but I think out of respect, that's a great call on your part.
Nice call, Tim.
Because you would need to have her in your back pocket because she's not only very entertaining, but super awesome to have, not only
And
on
I
the
could
phone,
see her
but
just being like, whoa, hold on a second. You guys didn't even ask me. You know, maybe I couldn't do it, but still I'd like to be asked. I've done this for, I think she's done it 3 or 4 years. And she's, not only does she come in, but she's so great. And not just doing the show Wednesday night, Maggie O'Brien's this year, and then two shows on Thursday and Friday, and then driving around the golf course or hanging out on, the Plowhawk storied 12th hole with Mark Hanna.
Great.
But every listener, she couldn't be more fresh. She really couldn't, like you think about that. And then I know the arrangement. Anna Marie and I were talking about this last night when we were having dinner. I go, yeah, she didn't get anything. For real.
Yeah.
Like, even if she got, I don't even know, whatever nominal amount of money, I don't want to say nominal, but even if it were a few $1,000s, it kind of wouldn't be worth her time if you were to, like, play it out over the 3 days and the travel and the headache of, so she just does it just because she enjoys doing it, which is super cool. But then she, on top of it, is incredibly friendly. So the bar is set very high.
It is.
And, Doug, sometimes adult film stars aren't as sophisticated
I don't get it.
and affable.
I don't know about that. I haven't been around any,
I
so.
think that's why Lisa Ann breaks barriers. I don't think a lot of people go out to, it's not like she's topless or in a bikini the entire tournament. I mean, it's just, a cool chick that you can talk to. Certainly, you've seen her in videos in the past, but I think she's broken that barrier of, what a second career looks like for a porn star.
That's a good point. That's the difference between her and a lot of the other ones is that, you don't know what you're going to get with some of the other ones. Lisa Ann, you know what you're getting. There was a girl, I guess not this year, but the last time she was here, probably, 2019, where a girl came up to her and she goes, your boobs are spectacular. Can I feel them?
Oh.
And she said, well, if you want to feel boobs, you need to go over to the Hustler Club because I'm just here hanging out. She's not going to do that. But a lot of porn stars will think if they come in, they're going to have their bottoms off on the whole 18 spread eagle.
What?
Because that's
a fun
and that's not what we're doing. So,
no.
You have to pick the right one. And Dillian is, she's a sweetheart, but she's kind of shy, I think. Is she going to be bubbly like Lisa Ann, going up to, hey, guys, picture, how you guys doing? And, you got to find the right one. And I'm really not sure she is. I would love to see her come in.
Maybe you could just have her come in just for a time for you guys to get
Yeah, I was a naughty little girl I was.
I mean, she was fun on our show, which kind of surprised me because she is kind of, an introvert. She doesn't, do or won't be extrovert. What's the one?
Introvert.
Where you really don't talk a lot.
Introvert's the one for people who don't like to talk a lot, but eat pot pies.
Yeah. That would be introvert. But I think she was fun on our show when she did the live show.
Is that a whole category in porn stars, pot pie eaters?
That's correct. Yeah, it's a fetish. It's a kink.
I bet you can get it to be a kink.
But I was thinking, too, when I brought up
It's called bulking.
I brought up Lexi Bell and I brought up Riley Reid. Now,
these are wonderful conversations, by the way, with management. When you just start spouting off adult film star names.
You can see Tommy going, who and what?
But
Tommy and I just both grab our phones and just start texting anybody.
Yeah, nobody's listening.
Anna Marie, want to talk?
Nobody's listening when I talk. But it's not even worth that for come in. I mean, you could say, we can probably get you about $3,000. Well, I can make that in like 10 minutes on OnlyFans. Why am I flying all the way to St. Louis and spend 2 days on a golf course? So that's going to be a problem, too. No amount of money can get some of these girls in.
So therefore, Doug, then we pivot another direction. Los Lonely Boys has been discussed. I mean, can you imagine if Henry and...
But we don't have the parking for that.
I think hearing Heaven in the background is real. You make them play that
They
song.
play
all the time.
They play in the pavilion, and after probably Friday, our final day, they're playing a concert in the pavilion.
Hopefully they play in the pavilion so they can see who steals all the pizza. We need eyes on that pavilion.
Scooter says, Ken, you have already ruined so many relationships with adult stars. Don't run this one away. Stay out of it and bring back Shelby Lydon Gash. That's from Scooter.
Didn't we have her on as a revival tour, or did we talk about her recently, I thought?
Is she the one from Kansas City with the Christmas decorations?
Yeah, the phallus.
Yeah. Plowsy's doppelganger being in a room.
Yeah, he was.
That's right.
The friend.
What porn stars have I ruined, by the way?
Scooter, 636-900-4TMA. Those are the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone lines. Call on in or email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. We're in the Michelob Ultra Studios. Michelob Ultra. Let me take a look at this sign.
Sign's not on
YouTube. Oh, no. Well,
that's one of Jackson's responsibilities.
Yeah.
how difficult it is.
Yeah.
There it is, Doug. It's
Yet
on.
another job.
It wasn't on the checklist, Doug.
2.6 grams of carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the Dotem, sponsor of the studio, sponsor of the fan page club championship. Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra and Design Air, sponsor of our email of the day. The weather, it was actually cool. How about that, Iggy?
57.
But if you ever run into problems with your air conditioning, go to designairservice.com and click on the Book Now tab, and they will be out there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Got an email from a listener this week and was asking for some help. And I said, here you go. Go to designairservice.com and click Book Now, and now you're going to have it all taken care of. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Doug is a client. I am a client. Design Air Heating and Cooling. We are thrilled to have them as clients of TMA, the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After, the official HVAC provider of the Tim McKernan Show podcast. And anytime you're dealing with air conditioning issues, all you have to do is go to designairservice.com. And even if you're not having issues, get it tuned up right now when the weather is very comfortable. And you'll be ready for later in June, July, August, and September. It's going to be hotter than fires of hell in the Midwest. Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. And think about it. Watch the show on youtube.com/TMASTL. That's youtube.com/TMASTL. And you are welcome to get involved by texting in 314-881-TMA5, 314-881-TMA5, Engineered Design Facilities Text Inbox, EDF, sponsor of our text inbox here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, where hundreds of people text in every day, but will yours get read? 314-881-TMA5. If you have visibility to your company or place of business, commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider at TMA EDF, Missouri and Illinois preferred full-service vendor for licensed and certified professional servicing, monitoring, and testing for fire alarm services and systems, fire suppression systems, fire alarm system monitoring services, tenant improvements and construction, security access and monitoring services. It's EDF, Engineered Design Facilities, sponsor of our text inbox. Timmy the Tickler, Doug, you know him? You related?
He's a weasel.
Oh, okay.
He is a weasel.
He says Rachel Starr would be good.
What if nobody knows these people?
Tickler does. He'd be there.
Most of us don't know these people you're talking about.
I think male porn stars coming in.
What if Manuel came in?
Manuel, Mandingo. You got, Jermaine Dupri?
Jermaine
I don't know who you got.
Was a producer.
I don't got any of them.
Marcus Dupree was a running back with Oklahoma, right?
Yes, he was. And a good one.
And now he's
He's killing it.
and dating Autumn Falls.
Now, who's that?
But could you
Well, it's redundant because it's the name of a season, and then she says it again. It's amazing.
Imagine
but creative and brilliant.
Okay.
telling Jay Jr., hey, we got another porn star, and he comes in there with a carton. Manuel and Marcus just are.
Scooter's back, and he's on the offensive on Iggy this morning.
Okay.
He said, Ken, you've already ruined so many relationships with adult stars. Don't ruin this one. Stay out of it. Iggy said, who have I ruined? He said, Mia Khalifa, Stormy Daniels, Lana Rhodes, to name a few. And you're about to ruin it with Lisa Ann if you complained about not getting enough fleshlights from her. That's from Scooter.
Well, I didn't complain about it.
How about the charges
You guys all complain about it. Where's this for? No, there's two. I didn't ruin Lana Rhodes. She ruined herself.
Stormy Daniels?
Well, how did I ruin that?
You went to interview her and she wouldn't talk to you?
Yeah, I didn't ruin her.
Didn't you tweet at her or something?
Yeah, I said, thanks for making me sit there for 4 hours and then not doing the interview. And then she said, well, I had a security issue. We had a security issue, and my bodyguards were worried, and I think my safety is more important than your interview. I said, well, all you had to do is text and say, we're not going to be there. But I stayed here for 4 hours. The problem was that people started saying, look out, he's going to bury you in a sunflower garden.
Well, yeah.
And she considered that a death threat.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, you're giving me death threats. I said, when did I threaten? There was a whole long Twitter back and forth with us. I said, where did I threaten your life? Burying me in your sunflower garden? I didn't say that. I said, but
Can someone from Instagram please get back to me?
You ruined yourself.
She didn't want it to be added to your long list of
So I didn't
pretties
ruin
that went
anybody.
missing.
What ruined her is that she had sex with a former president and then wanted to blab about it, even though she got $130,000 not to blab about it. That's what ruined her, not me. And Mia Khalifa, what did I ruin?
You asked her an uncomfortable question.
I asked one question, and everybody who's interviewed her after that has asked the same question. She's giggled very early.
Wow.
But I did it.
Resonates with me.
What I did it. Perv.
Bring Ella Reese in, and I'm cashing out. My goodness. Della Reese?
No. That was Touched by an Angel.
Right.
Ella Reese. She is a beautiful 20-something who I would tell you is the best-looking stag starlet in the game right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're a big fan.
Oh, my. You're not?
I don't know much of her work.
Well, it's not about her work. I'm just talking about her appearance.
Oh, well, I haven't really checked her out.
Well, she's 20-something. Is she in the MILF game yet?
You can be. You can be. Doug, it's do you say niche or do you say niche?
I say niche.
Well, I look at that as like kind of the senior PGA Tour, and I
Oh, the
talked about
champions?
that with Iggy. Yeah, it's like, you know, the industry may kind of be pushing you to this. You know, you're older, you're kind of getting out of the industry, but you can have a 10 or 15-year run in that MILF game.
Oh, can you?
The GILF game, and it's
The
very
GILF
similar
game.
to having, you know, Bernard Longer. He's still dominating on the champion tour.
Huh.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Very similar.
Yeah, again.
Extremely similar.
Girls
and also,
like,
Ella Reese won a green jacket, too, before going.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what makes it even more similar.
I mean, like I said, the perfect girl would be Lexi Bell because people know her. She's a superstar.
Who knows her? I don't know her. I wouldn't know if she walked in this building.
Our listeners, I guarantee you, know who Lexi Bell is. And Biff and I
You
interviewed
can
her for an
guarantee that
hour.
all the listeners know who this is.
Well, most of
Or
them.
Most.
Yeah, if you watch porn, you know who Lexi Bell is. She's probably one of the top 5 of all time as far as that era.
Here's Ella Reese. Right here.
Oh, yeah. She's model looking.
Yeah.
Should be a model.
So Lisa Ann goes, yeah, you have a type. And I go, yeah, like the really attractive.
Yeah, attractive ones.
That's kind of my type.
Yeah.
So,
Makes
and
you very unusual.
And Lexi would be great because she's very bubbly and outgoing and would have fun. But again, Lexi Bell can get on OnlyFans and make $20,000 in an hour. Why would she fly to St. Louis for 2 days at a golf tournament?
She could do that here while she's here.
Nice.
Yeah, she could. I mean, it's worth a shot if that's what they wanted to do. But I don't even know what she would charge to come in here for 2 days.
Dotem is making suggestions, which is helpful. I think Mick Blue would be good, but lately he's really been into getting his dirt star licked, which might be too exciting for something that's from Dotem.
I think that would excite some.
Oh.
5 or 6 time AVN.
Does it
award
have
winner.
to be someone involved in pornography? Is
That's what I was saying.
Only
Lisa Ann's got the
area?
category. What direction do we go?
I mean, I think
the fact we don't
Nikki
know
Glazer would be great for 2 days.
Well, I had some suggestions. I said to Tommy, I'll give one. Maybe I should have Iggy do it because then it'll be considered. If I give it, it will be panned. So maybe I'll pass you a note, Iggy, and then you can hype it up. Tommy and I were talking about it. I thought Francesa coming in would be glorious.
Oh, my God.
And doing a TMA Live with Francesa. But the thing is, I think he's made so much money and has so little interest in doing anything.
Yeah.
Don't you think someone might tell him, too, that we've made fun of him?
Well, I mean, I think we have an appreciation for his style.
Well, that's what we'll tell him. But we've made fun of him.
Well, as soon as he says, as soon as we tell him there's no phone calls involved, he'd have no interest whatsoever.
Damn it, Iggy has taken over again. Time to switch the station. That's from Curtis Anford's Greasy Five.
Well, have
How
fun.
about that?
What are you going to listen to?
Here we go. Jackson's out one day, and we're already losing
Where else?
listeners.
Yeah. Problems.
Go listen to one you can find in here.
Guys, have Chris Kerber find somebody. Thanks. This is the 314. I'll text Kerber. See if he can get 99 to come by.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Leah Silver would be choice. Don't think she has the personality, though. Gabby Carter would make the most sense for a golf outing. Just hope you get her on a day when she's wearing the proper wig. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack. I didn't know she has a wig collection.
I know she's got very wispy hair.
Is that right?
I wonder if maybe she's losing it.
Doug, does she have wispy hair?
I don't know who it is.
She has a great move. My God, she has a good move.
I wonder what she's doing.
Oh, I know what she's doing.
What's she
Easy,
doing?
just be careful. Remember, it's the FCC.
No,
it's
she would
also
look like
a
she
legal
was
counsel.
having fun this morning.
This
with a
morning.
little video on Twitter.
All right. We'll have to see what's doing. Let me see what's
It's,
doing. I don't think I follow her.
Yeah, it's a great angle, too. Got a good view.
Oh.
You just
Doug, she's
peek
online
around
at
her back.
I'm Awful 69.
What is she?
I'm Awful 69. That's her Twitter handle.
Man, she really hit the mark on that one.
Oh, yeah, reverse cowgirl. Oh, no, missionary.
No, yeah.
I bet
No, it's not. No, it's cowgirl.
Yeah,
Boy,
she's
a lot of angles, and it's the birthday hole.
Isn't it? It is.
Well,
He
she
went
was
mud.
Just 11 hours ago, and 50,000 people have watched it.
She went there early in her career, and
I was one of them.
Well, I got to tell you,
we could probably get her in.
That's fun for the whole family, though.
Yeah,
it really is. I take that over a power tool any day of the week. Summer rental, Doug. John Candy was at 80.
I don't know what.
I mean, she took the training wheels off a little early, but I mean, you got to respect her style.
I'm in the tank on summer rentals year.
I think 88.
I'm gonna go 86 because it gets me 85 and 87, and I think 88 is.
One of Jackson.
Yeah, this is one of Jackson's main responsibilities.
What movie?
Okay.
Summer rental. It won Best Picture. It's just a matter of what year. 85. I shipped it.
Yeah, it was 85. Man, John Candy was
Paige
so good.
Sporanic. I was thinking of Paige Sporanic as well.
I emailed her representative.
Wow, you're already on this.
No, this is what. God, when was it last year? Whenever we were thinking about bringing Paige in.
We were thinking about doing something like this at KFNS?
I think her name was brought up.
Usually there's something like Paige from like a Twin Peaks in Maryland Heights.
Oh. No, her name was brought up for something.
Paige Spencer.
And I said, well, let me just reach out and see what the interest would be. And I reached out to a representative and said, what would it cost to get Paige in for a 2-day golf tournament? And nobody responded back.
That means
And this was her
wait.
management. It wasn't just her. It was her management.
Well, that story didn't go very far.
Well, I'm just saying, somebody said, bring her in. And I said, well, I've already tried once, and nobody got back to me. So
No, they didn't.
obviously not interested in doing that.
Well, nowadays, couldn't you kind of contact them directly off Twitter or something?
But
Slide into
Paige
a
Brannick
DM?
is a girl that doesn't do that herself. She has a management company that takes all of these requests and then sits down with her and says, okay, we have all these. What do you want to do? And she picks and chooses. Yeah. She doesn't do it on her own.
I'll be honest. I think somebody brought it up in the meeting, and I know this one seems realistic because
What do we
he's
got?
from
What do we
here.
got, Plowek?
I think Riggs would kind of be fun.
Wow.
Because he brings the personality. He from St. Louis, knows the area, so it's not like he would have to hold his hand the entire time. I think he would get a big crowd. I think Stoolies have a lot of carryover here, and
Stoolies.
I'm not necessarily a huge fan of what he does with like Tiger and whatnot, but I think podcast is super popular. Like I said, he's a local. I think that one is doable. That one I think you could talk him into, maybe taking a little discount to come to his hometown for a couple days.
What about SGO Kai?
I don't even know who that is. I heard the interview.
Iggy is now intrigued, Doug. You're just intrigued.
I didn't even think about that, but God, can you have that little twink sitting on a hole and just saying hi to people?
Put it off.
Yeah.
He would come too.
Sure, he would for just a few.
I wonder how many
bucks.
people would actually be interested in meeting Kai.
None.
I think Doug might have hit the number.
I typed SGO Kia instead of Kai.
Oh, I think some people would.
Oh, why? Who and why?
Just because I talk about him quite a bit, so just to meet the guy and say, that's SGO Kai. And maybe bring in one of his SGO angels.
The one with 13 followers?
That seems more like a
What was her
Hot
name?
Shots on a
Penelope?
Thursday night guest.
Doug, you're starting to get this guest booking thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got time.
Guys, how about Jason Tatum? He should be finished with the finals by then. Thanks for the
Yeah, that's
call.
what he
He
wanted
may
to do.
be after last night. Yeah.
Well, we want somebody that's going to have fun with the listeners, not just say hi, sign an autograph, and
Guys, we have a local girl mechanic named Tanya in my town that might be interested in being a guest at the tourney. After she cleans up, I'd say she's about a Barnhart 6. That's from the wedding vehicle.
Perfect.
David Freeze wouldn't be available.
D. Freeze.
We talked about him. D. Freeze would be fun, and he loves golf. So
He does love golf. He's
Yeah.
caught the bug.
I did have
Doug,
an
what's
idea.
Freeze's index, do you know?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I'll say 5.8.
Last time I saw it, it was a 10.
Oh.
He'd be a dangerous member.
I would think he's pretty good. I bet he hits a ball up a mile.
Thinking about changing?
No, we're committed. 2 weeks from today, Iggy, ball's in the air.
Can't wait.
You ready? I mean, this
Hopefully
is
it's like this.
There's going to be so much attention on your performance. Dougie's down to a 9.1.
Yeah.
He's trending. Fired at 90 though yesterday.
What's the policy there at Westboro for drones? Like, let's say I'm sitting in the church parking lot and I have my drone.
And you just want to be able to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the rule
Well, I would
was for
imagine they're encouraged. I know they love them at St. Louis country clubs. So
Yeah.
I have to
And the
think.
more the better.
Oh,
Right.
Can you imagine the members, like 4 Sibians, just flying like overhead? They have no idea what's going on.
You think that day is coming? As drones become more popular
They're
and
seriously popular
cheaper
right now.
and
Yeah.
well, I know they are, but a lot of people don't have them yet. But we could get to the point where everybody's got a drone, just like everybody's got a bicycle or something.
There'll be content.
Now they're flying
I
every
just
which
don't
way.
know how much the Westboro members were playing against one of
You know, the guy who's president or going to be president of the club emailed me, but I have so many damn email addresses now, I couldn't find the email. Great guy, too. And he seemed like he was, Doug, what's the word, amenable to the possibility of us doing some stuff.
Yeah. Who is this gentleman?
His name's David Cassett. He's a great guy.
Oh, okay.
But I can't find the email that he sent. I don't believe he's with the Partridge Family. But he might have been. Susan Day was with the Partridge Family?
She's still around, isn't she?
Yeah, maybe we could get her.
David Cassidy is not, right? Didn't he die?
Who's David Cassidy?
David Cassidy, I think he's
the
still
Partridge Family.
Oh, I don't know who they are.
Well, for heaven's sake.
Guys, what about John Talty or Bryce Chandler Hill?
I brought up Talty's name, but I just...
it's SEC football at that time of year.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at later in September.
I mean, he got hits with Feinbaum every day that month, I'm sure. So,
Guys, what about Jenna Fisher? Might need a charcoal house reservation. It's from 314. Beer Cat's very critical of the whole thing. Shocking that a girl didn't respond to, hey, kiddo, want to come on our radio show? We were huge fans. Afterwards, you can stop by my 400-square-foot apartment and make ditch carp together.
Well, you had no problem showing up to the patio and moving your way in there.
Oh, and he took your spot, too, didn't he?
Yeah, and I didn't email her. I emailed her agent, who was a guy. And, two, what about the $1,000 match, dumbass? You haven't answered that yet.
Oh, yeah. What did happen with that?
I don't know. He hasn't answered yet. I'm ready to go. Just
$1,000 of Cletus's money.
let me know what day. Big mouth.
I think we could get this at Dalhousie. Make this
Head on down to Southeast.
Yeah.
Have you ever been down that Dalhousie?
Oh, I've not. No.
God. I mean, not only is the chorus great, but they have these cabins. The cabins are really nice, and you're around no one. You can walk like maybe 30 seconds from your cabin, and you're at the driving range in a practice area. Oh,
what's the cost to play there? Is it really expensive?
God, they have memberships, and as long as you don't live within 75 miles, and St. Louis is not 75 miles from there, so therefore you're out of the area memberships. And at the time, and I went down there in 2020 with Billy Shacklady. You know Billy Shacklady?
Great dude.
Yeah, I think I met him.
Anna Marie and I went down there with him and his wife. I guess it was 2020, and I was thinking, man, I ought to join this place just because it's not really that expensive, and it's a nice little getaway, you know? Big fan of the place.
Straight down 55.
Straight down 55. I think there might be a Zaxby's at the exit, too, so that's a positive.
Oh, yeah. And you pass Old Appleton?
The Old Appleton stepdad? You can see him, take him to Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Stingray. I agree with Stingray. I saw that on the fan page. That was one of the only ones in that thread where I go, oh, that one makes sense.
Yeah. And he would probably do it. He gets excited about things like that.
He'd do it for free, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stingray, but we don't have to see the good thing, and this is the thing that I liked about it, is Tommy's like, yeah, I mean, let's why not make it big? So if we go back and we got Stingray, they go, who the hell is that? but they know we have our own, you know, the show's an inside joke wrapped inside of an inside joke, wrapped inside of an inside joke, wrapped inside of an inside joke. So we could get somebody in addition to Stingray. You know, you could have Stingray and Bryce Chandler Hill.
And
I bet they know
Joshua.
each other anyway. And Joshua, if we could find him.
I don't know if he would.
He might be at that Zaxby's.
He was living in the Ozarks.
Maybe we could get Amber Heard or Johnny Depp.
I could see Depp. I don't know about Amber.
Yeah.
I know she's looking to rebound her career a little bit.
Well,
Dotem says Zach Zane. Doug, would you like Zach Zane and Stingray working together? They seem like they've probably crossed paths. Zach Zane and Stingray. Plowhawk, how would you like that? He's blocked you on the Twitter tweets.
Yeah, I would not like that at all. He's a money grabber, man. Now he's behind a paywall on Men's Health.
Now, what we're looking for is somebody that's going to be fun, because I don't think we're going to have trouble selling out again. People just want to play golf and hang out. So it's not like we're coming up with a name that, I wasn't going to play, but I will now because I get to meet them. I think it's just somebody that's going to be there that is going to have fun and listeners will have fun with. I don't think it's somebody we need to bring in to sell tickets.
What about the announcer kid that Iggy hates so much?
Yes.
Instead of a guest shot, he does guest play-by-play on your tee shots. That's from Larry Thornton.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad.
Yep. Joey Zanaboni,
Yeah.
St. Gabriel's and St. Louis.
That'd be nice.
He
He'd
could
have
do
some
the
great lines.
first tee box, you know, like just introducing
that,
the
Iggy?
players and kind of grilling the players' outfits and looks.
I like the idea. I mean, it wouldn't be our featured act, but
Why not our featured
we can
act?
have him as a throw-in on a hole. Just
Imagine that. Hey, do you want to
there's
be
a tee shot. That's worse than a chirogenic raise.
Wow, it's like you're revving a motor there at the end. Guys, what about Ann Heche? Thanks, Sister Catherine Patricia.
Yeah. She hadn't been in anything lately, has she? You may need work.
Bearcats has issued a response to Iggy's challenge on this match. Remember Wednesday when Loomster said the only day it was going to rain was Wednesday, and Plowsy and Iggy mocked him, even joked to leave windows down, which of course parlayed into the Hoosier of all Hoosiers mocking T-tops in Imperial, which according to him is apparently north of Arnold since he lies about everything. Sunny yesterday and today and no chance of rain until Saturday. Bearcats.
All right, well, it did rain yesterday morning, so that's after midnight, so it would have been Wednesday. And 2, what does it have to do with the question about when are we playing the match, Big Mouth?
Oh,
You just keep...
a live cat through a TSA pre-check point.
What, you snorting a line after that?
Guys, Patty Maroon and Freeze would be great. That's from the 314. Sure, Patty Maroon will be back in action in with the Ning by the time this tournament takes place.
Yeah.
Freeze is live. I would say Freeze is live. I wouldn't say it's better than 50%, but I would say it's live.
Panger will be fun. He just doesn't, he's not part of the show in any way. I just like his personality. He's a good golfer.
He's been on the show.
Well, he has, and he hasn't, yeah.
He did a live show with us once at Hot Shots in
he did.
Melville.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Love Panger.
Now, if Nikki Glazer is maybe going to do a season 2 of Nikki Glazer Moves Home, maybe she comes out for the 2 days for content.
Doug, look at that.
That's a possibility.
Craig Warren is just funny and a super nice guy and listens to the show religiously. He was an easy one that I think would love to come out and...
Do we know he listens to the show religiously?
He knows parts of the show that only somebody who listens. Maybe not regular. He's not a regular podcaster, but he does get and understand the show. Love your shtick as well.
Oh, he does?
So, he's a good one. I mean, again, just I think it would just add to, kind of the holes and, fun conversation.
Mm-hmm. Add to the holes. Doug, could you tell us about Ryan Kelly? He adds to the show because he's the title sponsor of it.
Maybe he'll be there. Maybe he's a big enough guest. Of course he's a big enough guest. He'd be your hero if you let him refinance your mortgage and save you a ton of money. And that's what he can do. Rates are coming down now. So it's a good time to refinance again, and Ryan Kelly and his fabulous staff can show you how to do that. I refinanced twice with them. Boy, did I save an awful lot of money. I was very thankful that I did. If you don't need to refinance, if you're looking to buy a new house, you're moving, he can take care of you there too, but you better get yourself pre-approved. They've already pre-approved a record number of borrowers for this year. The competition is fierce. So if you're even thinking of buying a home this year, call the Home Loan Expert team and get pre-approved today with a 5-minute loan approval only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. Also, be sure to follow Ryan on all of his social media to find out the latest and what's going on. He's on Facebook. He is on Instagram. He is on Twitter. He is everywhere. Find out what he's doing, the latest efforts for charity, and the latest loan programs he has, like the loan program for teachers and those in a union. If you're a teacher or a union worker, you get a $500 gift card if you close a loan, whether it's a refi or an original mortgage. Just some of the things you'll find out if you follow Ryan Kelly on his social media pages. Again, the website is thehomeloanexpert.com. He is the absolute best. We've come to know him. We've come to love him. Ryan Kelly will take great care of you at thehomeloanexpert.com.
There it is. Ryan Kelly, title sponsor of this show for a decade. And we would like to recommend that you do business with Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Mark Hanna, 314-889-0503. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. He will be more than happy to take your call, meet with you, meet with your family. He will do it remotely, and you can get a feel for just how good of a guy he is. And he caters and customizes to the client specifically. It isn't a one-size-fits-all plan. He listens, and then he figures out what's important to you, and then he's going to put you on the right path. I have consulted with Mark for business and life decisions. I think the world of him. He's just a really quality person. Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies, 314-889-0503. We're in our Munganess St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. It is Munganess, sponsor of our daily fantasy sports showdown as well. Iggy, how's that going here in the early going? We're through one round.
Yeah, unfortunately, P. Reed is just...
Freed, gotcha.
No. What happened?
Freed, gotcha.
Well, I have the leader.
Well, there's 5 guys.
Well, I have the leader. Cam Young. I think Doug's got Cam Young, too.
I got 2 leaders that I picked.
Do you?
Yeah, Davis Riley.
Oh, that's right. That's funny. We were just talking yesterday, Tim, about Rookie of the Year, and I said those 2 were probably in the lead. They're now tied for the lead in the tournament. But all my guys are in the top. I got a 1, a 9, a 12, a 20-something, and then I got P. Reed.
Reed, what did he shoot yesterday? Maybe he can run a Sunday charge today.
4
for you.
over. And
It's going to be tough.
The cut's going to be anywhere, depending on weather, anywhere between +1 and -1. I think.
Doug, do you have a +1 or do you have a -1?
You have a
somewhere
that
within
thing you
those
look
3
up?
shots.
Oh, datagolf.com. That's where I go.
Yeah. I think right now it's even, but depending on the weather, it could be +1, it could be -1. Could be even.
+1's 43% to be the cut. +2's 35.6%.
Really?
Wow. Must be some weather there.
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't watch any of it yesterday.
Okay.
I was out there getting my ass kicked. Boy, I played bad yesterday, Doug. I'm telling you.
Good for the handicap.
Well, whose fault was it, Tim?
Well, it was mine.
Had to be someone. No. Get that out of your head.
It's impossible.
Was there someone heckling you? Were there too many autograph pounds? Paparazzi?
Well, as you know, Doug, because you've been kind of checking in with me on my new move, and now the balls, I'm playing a right to left ball flight. And so the swing plane has been fixed. But the key on it is you're swinging out to the right, but you got to turn it over in order to have it come back to the fairway. And I think I missed every fairway with my driver, minus number 1, and really just very difficult to score when you're missing fairways out there. And that's what I did, and the number was big. So, Iggy, I know we have the biggest match of our lives today. I'm going up against defending champion Todd Callahan. Didn't sleep, obviously. The nerve who's going to sleep when you have a Fan Page Club championship match.
He probably didn't either, but probably at a sorority party.
He was at a sorority party.
Someone still in school going to Fontbonne or something? Wash you?
It's an insane.
Not wash you, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I would agree. It's probably more on the other side of the road. But either way, yeah, so that's problematic. It's concerning, especially, Doug, because you were like, oh, you're missing to the right.
Yeah.
And at Gateway, that's the spot you can't miss. That's where you're in the shrubs. And I don't know. I don't know if it's not working today. Maybe by the 3rd hole, I go, I'm just going to have to go back to the old swing and play it left to right and hope like hell we can just try to take the defending champion to as long as we can. And, I don't know. But, Iggy, it was concerning.
I think for one day only, you go back to the old swing and just play your little baby cut off the tee and just, you'll be fine. There's so much room left at that course, so, you can't miss right there. You can miss left there.
You can miss left, Doug. You're right.
And there's a lot of room in those fairways.
Big fairways.
Okay.
Play that baby cut. We'll be fine. He'll be so nervous.
Why would he be nervous?
I mean, this is to get to the Elite 8 of the Michelob Ultra Fan Page.
This is for the money. If you win this match, Tim, you're assured of $150.
Right. Anna Marie is she's kind of on me about this.
Counting on it.
But then you don't tell her that you're kind of breaking even with the rounds. And
I lost more money in a couple of hours yesterday than I think I would win in this entire tournament.
I won my match. We're only down 200.
Oh, God. What an absolute disaster. Do anybody else play? I see the Loomster is now in the Elite 8. He did win 3 and 2. Chris Heck in the Elite 8. So 3 of the 8 spots are up, Iggy. Is that...
That's all I've seen.
What's the deadline?
June 12th. So a week from Sunday, Plowhawk.
They have plenty of time.
Yeah, people are getting it done, though. I tip my cap.
And I didn't even get emails from Sean on those 2. They just texted in and said what their score is, so I wrote them down. I just take you for your word.
Look at you.
I don't care.
Yep.
You say that. I don't care.
You say you won, I wrote it down. I said, hey, he didn't beat me. I'm just going by what they said. I didn't see a scorecard.
Loomster just asked, did you get my scorecard yet?
No. I didn't. Did you win 3 and 2? Because that's what I put.
It's not like they're rush mailed here from like USPS to get here. We don't even.
Not high priority.
No, I just thought I remembered 3 and 2.
Yeah, you're correct.
Heck, I remember 4 and 3. But Loomster, I just guessed 3 and 2. I think that's what you said.
Loomster just said Aunt Peg won yesterday. Adam went lost. Well, the Loomster is like, Doug, he's like, it's like CompuScore at KMOV where the updates are changing right on.
Changes are going to happen.
So Adam went 1 and...
did he say Aunt Peg won?
Aunt Peg won? Wow.
Who did he beat?
Mark Cooper, who beat you, right?
Yeah, and went 1 too. I've seen no scorecards. People turning
in
their
scorecards. Now Iggy's mad.
Why won't these people turn in the card? It's the only thing we ask of them. Turn in the card so we can get it put up on the board.
Well, Aunt Peg and Guy in an Elite 8 matchup, Tim?
Oh, so Guy already won, too?
No, I'm just saying potentially.
But he's already played.
I think he's playing today, I think, Guy.
Doug, is Guy playing today or not?
I don't know.
I mean, him and Aunt Peg in a matchup, they faced each other before, I do believe.
Yeah, and I think Aunt Peg
When did they play, Doug? They played Because the Blues and the Wild
19?
played a couple of times. The Blues and the Avalanche have played, and if Aunt Peg and Guy played.
I don't
I
know.
2019 or 2018.
I don't know when they played nor care.
I think he
this is a
played.
Shishawali tournament. No one should care or know.
I think Aunt Peg beat Guy on his way to the title
And how
that
many?
year.
Yeah, how many pops, Doug, is Aunt Peg getting?
I would
Asking
guess.
me?
I would guess
don't
like
know.
7. I would guess like around 7. That's my ballpark
Yeah,
guess.
I'd say 6 or 7. Well, I've got no scorecards from either of those.
So
other
you will not
matches.
recognize the win of
Well, not from Loomster.
Kyle Leininger or the win of Aunt Peg.
Leininger won?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
No, Went one.
I don't know. I know the Cardinals didn't win last night.
Yeah,
That
unless I
much.
get DMs or text
Wow,
or
Bader had
from
a
these
home
guys, I'm not going to take Loomster's
Nice hit, Harry.
giving us all the scores unless you're out there watching. I mean,
Oh,
Aunt
we got
Peg,
one?
if you want to text in and say you
Extended
won
his hitting streak.
and what the score was,
Liberatore wasn't
Ludeski,
very
whatever
good.
his name, what is it, Lyondike?
Ari Lyondike.
That's
he was
correct.
on The Bachelor.
Is he in town
He
this
was
week?
also an IndyCar racer, and his dad was also a star on the
Father,
circuit.
that's correct. That's correct.
Whoever that was. Llewellyn?
And Doug,
Llewellyn's, yeah, they used to be a sponsor. They've got restaurants all over town.
And he was the People's Court sideline reporter. Remember that? Judge Wapner?
Doug Llewellyn,
That's
yeah.
correct.
Unless these people want to text in or whatever and say, yes, I won, here's the score, I'm not taking Loomster's word for all these matches.
Now, Doug, what did that Bader extension potentially look like for the Cardinals?
Oh, God.
Oh, I think he would get maybe 5 years at about
85?
eight or 9 million a year.
Oh, really?
They win yesterday?
They lost 7-5. Cubs took their measure.
Good club.
Who pitched for the Cardinals?
Both of them.
Liberatore. I
Doug, he
tried
just
to
didn't have
explain
it.
this.
He just didn't have it.
He gave up 3 home runs in like 4 innings.
You know, we try to treat him like an 18-year-old, but he's 22. I don't know if he can figure it out, Doug.
Well, you would think he's getting better. Tall drink of water.
Hey, he is tall, isn't he? Man, he is.
You would think that he'd be better next year and the year after than he is now. Most guys have continued to improve until they're about 27. That's supposedly the peak year.
Bearcats is critical. Well, he is constantly critical. It's like now that I've seen how many texts he sent in today. Thursday, I'm not posting a score until I see scorecards. This is going to be an amazing prize once it's filled out for the winner. 1 day later, I posted the scores you texted in because I don't care.
Because I was DM'd the scores. I wanted to see scorecards, but they said they turned them in, but Sean hasn't given me. I trusted you turned them in.
Why don't they take a picture of
And
the
then I was
scorecard
given
and text that to you?
I was given a DM, yes, I
Take the
won,
middleman
yes, I
out of it.
won. So the person
The old
involved.
man in the black shirt.
Get him out
Wasn't
of
that
there.
Hemingway?
Just take a picture and then email or text to you.
That's one of my favorite books, The Old Man in the Sea. When I filled out my questionnaire for Hubbard, I said, favorite book, Old Man in the Sea.
Fascinating.
Why do you even care, Beer Catch? You're not even playing in this. You won't even respond to our match that I want to play. You just keep bitching about things, but you don't even play in the tournament. So why do you care?
I suspect that he won't play because you have no skin in the game. Because Cletus is going to put in the 1,000 for you.
What does he care?
Because the satisfaction of getting
He
1,000.
can still make 1,000.
What he would want is the satisfaction of getting 1,000.
Doug, I think you might be right.
Not 1,000.
All right,
from
it's my
Cletus.
money. I'm playing with my money.
Wow.
There you go. I'm putting on my own $1,000.
Well, I kind of feel like that's just him saying that. But nonetheless,
Man,
it
Pepper
shouldn't
just took out Genie.
No, but I'm saying,
You're
Mike,
probably right, but
you
I'm
didn't
saying it's my money. Go ahead, let's play.
No, it shouldn't matter to him anyways.
It shouldn't. He won't play because he knows he'll lose.
But it does. That'd be the satisfaction of beating someone is taking it out of their pocket, not out of someone else's pocket.
He likes to open his mouth and.
If he can bring up on the show that he beat Iggy, it doesn't matter. I don't think at that point it would matter what kind of money he got from where. That's the ultimate satisfaction that he would desire, is actually beating Iggy.
Bearcats did text in, but we get a lot of texts, and so I didn't see it when it was sent in, and he has sent in a lot of texts. So at 7:50, he sent in the Friday scorecard thing. At 7:44, he sent in, I haven't swung a club yet this year. I'm not jumping on a golf match where your cheap ass isn't even putting up your own money.
Yeah, there it is.
When we will play, it will not be Gateway or Normandy. It will be a course where you pay to play like a damn adult, and the girdle-wearing Cletus will not be involved. Don't talk smack when your dumbass has no risk. That's from Beercat.
I think what we do is put, 5 to 8 public courses on a list, on a piece of paper, put it in the Munganess box, and you draw. That's the course they're playing.
St. Louis, Belle Reve, Old Warson.
Log Cabin, but you have to play bogey or log cabin twice. I don't know if Beer Cat wants to do that.
Look, I'll play whatever course. You can pick your own course.
Oh, my God, anywhere. You say anytime, anywhere.
I'm not paying.
New Forest Park.
But whatever you want to play, you pick a course. You can pick it out in your podunk city. I don't care.
Oh.
There's some good ones.
Play wherever
out
you
there.
want. And don't say Cletus can't be involved. Cletus can come out and watch and be my cat if he wants.
If Cletus puts up $1,000, he's going to want a little something up in this here.
No, I'm putting up my own money.
Go to Timberlakes in Staunton. That's a really good course.
Guys, I'm Team Beer Cats. Thanks. That's from the 314.
Good. Why don't you put up some of his money since he won't?
He's not putting up his money?
He won't play. I haven't picked up a club all year, man. And we're not playing. You can't play for free. What does that have to do with anything? What is Cletus being there? You're just making excuses.
He wants a piece
Pick
of
a course, pick a day, show up, we'll play.
Oh.
Whoever's going to be out there, we'll give him $2,000 to hold, and we'll play golf. I'll kick your ass. I'll shut your mouth.
Oh.
God, I'm tired of this guy.
Yeah, you kind of reached the end of the rope there, didn't you?
You should have Cletus hold the money in the girdle. It's like after the match, just all damp.
You got to go and get it.
Coming up with stupid stipulations that have nothing to do with playing golf. It's not your money. Oh, you're going to pay. No, I won't pay. Play wherever you want, but I'll call the course and I'll get it comped. I'm not paying.
You can get comped at any course.
Pretty much.
By saying what?
Trust me.
What do you say? I'd like that deal.
Yeah, how do we get this done?
I've never had such a deal. Jay charged me at Gateway National.
No way Jay charged you.
Oh, he absolutely did.
Jay Jr. charged you.
Yes.
No, maybe somebody else working there.
No, he was there at the desk. $75 a piece, $150 to play, me and my son.
Did you walk in?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, that's the truth. And you're telling me you can call any course?
I don't believe Normandy's ever charged $75 a person to play golf.
Not
Said it
Normandy.
was Gateway.
It's Gateway.
Oh, Gateway. Jay was working? Well, Gateway's
I don't
different.
doubt it. I don't expect to play free.
Jay's-
I'm not saying I was wronged. I'm saying I just don't. I don't get free golf. That never happens.
Well, Jay really wasn't in charge at Gateway.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that's
was in charge at
reasonable to
Normandy.
charge someone who comes up to play. I just want to know what I need to say to get all this free golf.
I wouldn't have paid. I don't know what you did wrong.
Yeah, Doug, you didn't sweet talk him.
I guess not. But I still want to know what you say to get all this free golf.
Sister Patricia is not happy in the YouTube chat. Could this be any more childish and stupid? Nothing more pathetic than an 80-year-old saggy skin suit having a spat with a 40-year-old barback over the air.
Oh, did he get promoted at Angry Beaver?
He's a bar back.
He got promoted. There's
Well-
more money in that than bussing tables.
I thought he was
Is that right? That's more money?
Yeah, I don't know what pal he's tipping him, so maybe nothing.
So what do you say to these courses when you call to get the free golf?
I really don't have to say anything. I say, hey, Kenny Strode here. Hey, Iggy. They know who I am.
Oh, baloney. Baloney.
Wow.
Everyone knows.
I say different. I say different things.
What, like what?
I'm not going to give my secret away. I just tell them I love the course. I'd love to come out and play it. I've heard great things about it. I talk golf on the radio all the time. As soon as I hear talk golf on the radio, I don't say I'll give you free spots or anything. I say, we talk a lot of golf on the show, and a lot of people have called in about your course. I'd love to come out and play. Oh, come out and play. We'll take care of it. We want you to see it.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
All right. All
Well,
right.
I don't
Let's put our golf where our mouths are.
Can you imagine?
I don't play a lot of golf courses that I don't know the person, though. I know most of the head pros at these courses.
How do you know them all? That's a reasonable question. How do you know all these pros?
First of all, I've been doing radio for 30 years. I did I did fairways and greens for 15 years. So we had golf pros on all the time, golf courses on all the time.
Yeah.
You get to meet people, you have connections, so you know people. Can I go play courses in Illinois if I wanted to?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Marcuso's out there.
Mark Marcuso.
I could call Cuso and I could go out there and play. Arlington Greens. There's places I can go play if I want to play. I'm not bragging. It's just it just shows that I've been in this business so long. That's one of the perks is I got to meet a lot of people. Not a lot of money, but I got to meet a lot of people.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Never worked for me.
So if people get upset about that, yeah, I think free golf. Well, so what? I'm sure that, all your years of these people working at McDonald's, I'm sure you get out there with a double cheeseburger now and then, don't you?
Oh yeah, Burger King corporate knows me.
They do?
You got a lot of cheeseburgers?
Not
for
in a good
nothing?
way. I've been written up there 3 times, so I was flagged on their watch list because they saw me I think taking a bunch of chicken fries home.
How much? Like
And
handfuls?
I was making.
That got all the way up to corporate?
Yeah, the third one was I actually made 3 stacks of pancakes, like when I walked in there like 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and I proceeded to just eat them and do absolutely nothing for like an hour and a half.
Oh, well.
They saw that on the cameras.
I would think, yeah.
My buddy J Mac, who was my manager, sat me down, and we got high and talked about how funny it was.
He didn't care?
No, nobody cared there, dude. It was a fun place to work.
I expect they have to expect a little of that. Employees eating a little something every now and then.
There got to be, yeah. It's like egg costs. Like when eggs are sold, like distributed to grocery stores, like 5% like is like already given back to the distributor. They know it's
For loss.
For loss.
Or stolen.
Guys, the secret to the free stuff is a promise plug on a Facebook Live for 6 people featuring the Merrimack Catch of the Day bathing in a stick of butter. That's from Carlos Spicy.
Oh,
God. Ugh.
It's a big thing to get golf free because at a decent course, you're going to spend
golf free is
upwards of $100.
Huge bonus.
Yeah.
'Cause I spend a lot for food at a golf course. Like you're talking a brat each 9, and 2 drinks, probably a snack and some chips. You're
some
talking
pancakes, probably.
Well, I can't get those.
Oh, that's
on that log cabin.
I can't tell you how much fish I've sold for Fabulous Fish Co.
How much? It's giving you a headache.
That's all I can tell you.
Send into that for a commercial spot.
That's all I can tell you. They wouldn't keep doing it if they weren't getting any business out of it.
Yeah. And I often.
And it's on my Facebook page. I can do what I want.
That quote was so good.
It's so good. Doug came all the way back for his fish yesterday. He
I
left it
did,
here.
yeah. I was out here for a doctor's appointment.
You're lucky because I almost put an email out. I said, God, he left it here again.
Oh, no.
I almost sent out a staff email saying.
So you're going to send that to the entire building.
And you
yes,
think they're
if
all
anybody
gonna,
wants some, if anybody wants some Chilean sea bass
on the Hubbard radio.
If anybody wants any Chilean sea bass, it's in the refrigerator. Doug left it.
Tommy already sending it to junk mail.
Yeah, I mean the emails that go to the staff the most. One is sent by the market manager, and the other one's sent by Iggy, updating people on the fish.
No, I don't.
I know.
Have I sent the wrong email?
You don't want to
You have done a little reply all once or twice.
Have I?
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
was that one email?
I'm not
that
sure.
It was unbelievable.
I don't know how to work the Hubbard email.
So I mean, I don't know how many people work here. I'm sure 100 plus. And, you get the entire staff email. It's Iggy talking about whatever the hell it was.
It was either the fountain or the parking lot, something that like only one person in that email understood.
Yeah.
I just hit reply. I don't know where it goes.
And that was funny when I walked into that morning.
I get an email. I just figure it's for me.
Well, sure you do.
And I respond, and I didn't know it's going to 100 people.
Waking up, rolling over your bed, seeing an Iggy email and your corporate email.
How much fish have you sold for Fabulous Fish Co.?
They just say people call all the time. And
Do they?
10 billion.
Guy,
10 billion
somebody just sent in a
pieces.
screenshot of Pepperoncini, and it says it's now called Peter and Jenny.
Yeah, with me just having fun.
Oh,
I mean, just
Good
fun,
times.
man. Like it, yeah. There's one that called. I lost track of what episode number we were on, and so it's like I think it's P&G episode ... Oops, I forgot or something.
Oh.
So we like to have fun, not only on the show but naming the show as well.
Action Jackson, Doug, who is vacationing in the Hamptons. Now, it's 9 o'clock in the New York area.
Yeah.
He clearly is not a veteran of the show because he's listening to it while he's off, and he just texted me, Iggy replying all on a Friday afternoon is so G-damn funny. That is Action Jackson.
But I don't know what I replied to.
I get so many emails that like I would have to go back and look, but there is one specific one that literally made me laugh.
Hunchback of Fawn Castle says Iggy being the reply all guy is the least surprising thing ever.
He only did it once or twice.
I don't
not
think
like a regular.
I don't know that I'm replying to all. I just hit
well, you might
reply.
not know it, but it has happened.
All right, but I apologize because I just hit reply.
Yeah.
I figure it's going to that person that sent it.
Man.
I had troubles yesterday. I had to reach out to, is it Ryan Abramson from the corporate office? We're doing this steps thing.
Yeah.
Stations go against each other and all the Hubbard cluster. So I signed up for it. And I said, look, if I go shopping or I play golf or just walking up and smoking, that's about 1,000 steps.
I don't know.
I can
Do they count the smoking steps?
I don't know if smoking steps
Those are a hit harder.
Well, 3 times a day, and then you go to the car back. But
No, that's not even.
I
golf is
go
legitimate.
shopping twice a week. I try to play golf twice a week, and there's a lot of walking involved there. But they have a table of contents that if you don't have a Fitbit or something, they tell you, okay, a round of golf, if you're in a cart, approximately 50 steps a minute, blah, blah, blah. And they got a whole thing that you can add it up. So I didn't do June 1st. I had to go back and do June 1st. And I couldn't get in there. And the guy said, if you have any questions, just message me. So I did. I said, I'm on my thing. It won't let me put in my steps. So we're going back and forth like an hour trying to tell me what to do.
Oh, no.
Finally, he said, we'll look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, they gave up, in other words.
So I was going back and forth with him trying to figure out this steps thing because I think our St. Louis team is in last place. So I'm just trying to help out a little bit.
The St. Louis of all the Hubbard stations?
Yeah, if Tim would have signed up, we'd probably win because as much as as much as you play golf and walk, to think how many steps you can get in a round like 8,000 in a cart, which you could get walking 18 holes. But I just wanted to help out the station as far as the steps. I couldn't figure it out, so I had to text him.
Well, Brian Henson is the show ombudsman. He also writes for the Indianapolis Star.
Yeah.
And he says Boots, being an unwitting reply-all guy, is on brand. He probably replies to his porn emails as well. That's from Brian Henson of the Indianapolis Star.
Well, we're talking about our company email, so try to keep up. You don't get a lot of emails other than, there's a 8th grade wiffle ball tournament we need you to cover today. Get out there to Indianapolis County.
Indianapolis. I just love the county name.
No one gives an F about the steps, and I gave my scorecard to the old guy in the black shirt yesterday. I don't know what he did with it. That's from Aunt Peg.
Did you win, and what was your score? I mean, if you're going to text in and bitch, all I asked for was a score.
Just take a picture of the
He's
card.
throwing those away.
Take a picture of the card and email it or text it.
All you have to do is say, yes, I won 4 and 3. I won 3 and 2. I won 2 up. Whatever you want, just text that in and I'll write it down.
Yeah.
You don't have to get belligerent about it, Peg.
The old guy was too eager to grab my scorecard, and that's when I knew he was throwing those
Is it
away.
possible the old guy in the black shirt doesn't even work there?
Yes. Yeah, that's why we brought him up.
Yeah.
And I handed him this random dude a scorecard and said,
He's
here you
just
go,
playing
buddy.
He's playing himself.
It's autographed for you.
Yeah.
You can send them to me, but just make sure the person that won sent it. Since when has Loomster become the spokesperson for every match?
He gets cucked in everything, and including the tournament.
He took a severe cucking the other night.
I mean, I'm telling you, he's 3 wins away from a championship. He's 3 wins away from Iggy's Breezeway.
He's gotten better. I used
that where
to
you
beat him like a
collect?
drum and lead.
That's where you get the trophy. That's where Todd Callahan was yesterday.
And a nice sport coat to the winner.
That's right, the sport
Nautica.
coat.
Nautica. It's right down here.
And what's the size on that thing, brah?
Oh, it's about a 40 regular, I think. 42, maybe.
We got a couple in the tournament that'll fit it.
It's like the Stanley Cup, though. I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah.
Until I would have the opportunity.
Certainly don't touch it.
No.
Do you eat soup out of the pocket, kind of like the Stanley Cup, to where you can put things in the cup?
You could, yeah. People will each have their day with it.
Oh, I could
this
put
is a
some tots in
single
there.
winner.
I could put some tots in there.
Good, yeah. There's pocket room for that.
Ooh, no hands.
Well, feed me your tots out of your Fan Page Club Championship.
Laying on the dirty floor until it.
No, it's on a box over here.
That's on the Manscaped box.
Yeah, it's on the Manscaped box.
What a perfect way to just drape the trophy right on a
pubes all over.
It's called They Are All Friends. What does that mean? It's from the Holly Hills Hustler, Doug. It's called They Are All Friends.
Well, maybe Loomster's friends with all them, and
Yeah.
they reach out to the Loomster. Hey, I won. Why don't you just reach out to me and say I won? It's a DM away. That's all it is.
You're the official scorekeeper of this thing?
That's the only thing I'm doing is keeping track of this bracket. That's all I've done with this whole tournament. Tim's done everything.
He's like the suitcase pimp for the tournament. Like, he's kind of doing everybody's dirty work so they can have a nice, easy tournament.
What exactly is a suitcase pimp?
Handles all logistics, right, and then collects his money on the stage.
How's that different than just a pimp?
Because they have a suitcase attached with $1 bills in it. And
they actually bring the suitcase right up there on stage and shovel the money into it.
That's correct.
It's like Leo. Leo was
They
a
do.
suitcase pimp.
And it's got to be a suitcase? Can't be a backpack or
an
something?
old leather suitcase, maybe with one strap break.
Yeah. And that goes straight to the girl. He takes his cut, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sure a lot of them take a lot more than a cut. They walk back and start sticking 20s in their pocket.
Mr. Licks has just issued a statement. Hey, guys, I'm back. Mr. Licks.
Thank you.
Now, is that a second job you might be interested in, Iggy, a suitcase pimp?
For Dillian, wouldn't that be a dream come true?
I do that.
You would do that?
I don't know if she has anybody now. She had a boyfriend, and
What
she
if you
usually
got just
kicks
a
every
regular-
other. She kicks every other guy out of her life when she gets a boyfriend. That's why Leo's gone.
I feel bad for Leo. Couldn't you just get a regular gig at PT's or Hustler Club or something, work nights, and be a suitcase pimp?
I had a job there, and I didn't want it. I was offered a job there, and I didn't want it.
Dancing?
It was in between one of my gigs where I got fired, and I wasn't sure when I was going to get back to another station. So I needed to do something. So my whole point was that usually the people you see working like the mic at PTs, they're just washed-up radio guys.
Washed up.
Yeah. Hey, baby, band me on lane 3 or on stage 3.
Lane 3, that's
Give
the
it up.
bowling alley.
If you ain't clapping, you're jacking.
Ah!
Stage 3, Bambi.
You could do this.
That's what they were. But my thing was I was hired to be a manager. My shift.
Who's manager?
Who are you managing?
Manage the club?
This was PTs.
You were going to manage the whole club.
That club, yeah. Well, one of the managers. They have a day manager, night manager, general
Day and
manager.
Night.
I was going to be the manager from 10 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night.
Is
10
there
hour
anyone
shift.
there?
Imagine.
You got to be desperate to spend your work day
And
there.
then I was in charge of the money. I had to take the money to the bank
So you would have been a suitcase pimp.
at like 8, 9 o'clock at night in an area that I really don't want to be carrying a lot of money. So I just said, no, can't do it. I just want to be the guy on the mic and tell people what stage they're on.
Well, that wouldn't pay as well as the manager.
Those guys get tips because they play songs the girls ask for.
Oh, all right.
The girls have to tip them to play songs.
Yeah, or else he can play what he wants. But if I'm going to be on center stage, I like this song, okay. And they would tip. So all the girls tipped the guy playing the DJ.
Oh, Lord.
A lot of Leonard
So
Skinner.
I wanted that. I didn't want to be a manager. I got to wear a tuxedo every night. He says, the problem you'll have is a lot of girls don't want to show up, and they're going to come to you in the office and offer you things to get a night off. You have to. I said, well, I'm not going to say no to any of them.
Well, that sounds fun.
Depending on what I get out of it.
Those are good perks.
So I said, I don't want to be in charge.
Sounds unethical.
I don't want to be in charge of the women either. I don't want to be in charge.
Wouldn't that leave you up to wide open for a lawsuit?
The
This is what my boss at work made me do?
I wouldn't. No, they offer it.
Well, that's what
I
they
said, look,
say.
I'm
It's
not
what they're
taking
gonna say in
bribes.
court.
I'm not taking bribes for this. But I don't want to be in charge of the women. If they don't show up, I got to go find another one to take her place, and I'm not going to be in charge of all of that. So I said, okay, let me think about it, and I just never called him back.
Oh.
So I had the job, but
Yeah. What would it have paid?
more than the radio gig was paying. So, but I didn't like the hours. I mean, 10 o'clock in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then I have to do all the receipts and go to the bank, and it's like a 12-hour day. And I don't want to stare at naked girls that long.
Flip that off.
No.
Doug, we got to close out this this Mungan-ass 7 o'clock hour. We have the drops of the week coming up. We have the Bernarelli Cutlery Cuts of the week coming up. We have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day coming up. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Matt Rocchio will be with me for Balloon Party. He's sticking around from his responsibilities with Randy Character and Michelle Smallman since Jackson is vacationing in the Hamptons today. So that's coming up at 10 o'clock. Pepper and Jeannie, you guys going to follow up on your DP discussion from yesterday?
I don't know. I think we put that one pretty much to bed.
Yeah.
When we get a topic, we bury that.
We got a couple of Mount Rushmore topics we want to throw.
Oh, nice. What do you got?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that, but I will have that ready.
Favorite character names in movies or TV shows, not the character himself, the actor's name, the character name. And then some favorite lines from movies. So we're going to do that.
Doug, it's Pepper and Jeannie.
Okay.
P&G, baby.
It's not all sex on Pepper and Jeannie.
I'm sorry, I missed the DP discussion. I guess the best DP combination, Ozzy to her to Jack Clark.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
6, 4, 3.
We mentioned that.
Yeah.
Probably the best was Manuel, Marcus Dupree, and...
Who'd they play for?
Marcus Dupree was with Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, but they didn't turn double
probably.
plays in football.
Yeah, and I think the fun one was, Eiffel Tower. Is it a DP? And so I think that's what we kind of said. We're going to leave that as a teaser.
They play baseball in France now.
That's correct.
Okay. See, that's why I guess I should have listened to the show.
There's not another show in the country that would have talked about that yesterday.
French baseball?
French baseball. That's
and we talked about knocking on the door. When there's somebody in there, there's nobody in there. I know Moon was asking when people knock on the door, what should you do? Because I guess I knocked on the door one day when he was in there.
Talking about the bathroom now.
Bathroom here, and we talked about etiquette. Look, just, stop shutting the door if you're not in there. That will cure everything. People shut the door and they're not even in there, and you think, oh, I'm going to wait. No, but you knock, guess what? There's nobody in there.
Guess what? Yeah.
So you have
Sometimes there's doors, if they lock, it'll say occupied, unoccupied.
Yeah, we brought
Maybe we need that.
Nice, Doug. You did listen to the show.
Aunt Peg's not happy with those. Aren't Mount Rushmore topics movie lines. The creative juices are really flowing on P&G. That's from Aunt Peg, who may or may not have won his match yesterday. I don't know.
Quit texting in crap.
Oh.
And text in your score. I still don't know what it is. It's not going up until you text in and let me know what you did. It's not going up there.
Do we need Mark Cooper to confirm it, though? I mean, we need two sources for something this important as that.
I think we're good.
I don't know. Cooper listens to the show. I do. I trust Aunt Peg.
We'll take a break, come back with more, including a former Cardinal who's now a broadcaster whose comments during a game last night are causing some potential ramifications for him. We'll have that. That's next. The Ryan Kelly Morning After, closing out the Munganess 7 o'clock hour. Appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour is next from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
The Fan Page Club Championship at Gateway National Golf Course, presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it, is officially underway. A bunch of guys went out in the heavy wind conditions and complained about the rules. People got eliminated. You can't even come out and see the tournament, but you can follow it on social media. Check out TMA STL on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all the updates and videos of guys making like triple bogeys to win the hole. Pretty dumb stuff. Brought to you by The Morning After and Michelob Ultra.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like a steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Well, Ryan Kelly, it's great to see you. I see you all over TV, all over radio. It's great to see you actually in person here at the Hubbard Studios.
Absolutely. They treating you well over here?
Oh, we love it here. Yeah, we're not used to a professional operation. Yeah, this place is fantastic.
I'll tell you this. We've grown as a mortgage company. We continue to grow, and that growth is because of you. The opportunity to work with you on your home loan is something that we don't take lightly. At the Home Loan Expert, we work hard so you don't have to. Mortgage rates have started to go up. Let's get you locked in before you miss that opportunity. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
I'm gay.
Now,
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Alco, Rock Me Amadeus. Wow. Best Picture 85? All right, Best Picture 85.
I don't know the years, Tim.
84? Falco. It's Ryan Kelly Morning After. 105.7 HD2 FM. TMASTL.com. YouTube.com/TMASTL. Appliance discounters, 8 o'clock hour.
My name is Tim McKernan. Across from me is Doug Vaughn. Across from both of us, like a triangle. Isosceles, probably? As the plowhawk.
Equal sides? Two sides equal?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Ken is not here. Jackson is in the Hamptons, but listening, 'cause he's texting me.
Be right back, boys.
Where are you going?
I got to upload this to our replay.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Dude, 3.5 minutes, just not enough.
I know
time.
on the Rizzuto show today, it's just Rizzuto and Jeff Burton. And now, in this studio, it's just us two.
Well, we've lost 3 people.
Yeah, Jackson's in the Hamptons.
Iggy is missing right now, MIA.
That's correct. And the plowhawk, who you could just see him on the camera.
Ran out. I thought he had to go to the bathroom again.
I don't know if he did or not. I was in the little Wizards room during the break, and maybe I C-blocked him, and I didn't intend to.
He couldn't get in.
Yeah, but
well, there's a bigger one that'll accommodate everybody. They were just down the
monster.
hallway.
Yeah, monster one. It's just a little more work. Boy, there are a lot of texts. Fast and furious people are very unhappy on a Friday for such a glorious Friday morning. Well, Beer Cats is unhappy.
Oh.
Lady Gaga's Fupa is unhappy that Iggy is not in at the start of the segment. You're welcome to share your disgust with the program at 314-881-TMA5. 314-881-TMA5. Now, I see I have a Muggsy read. I have 2 of them, as a matter of fact.
Oh, the Trouser Company.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you. I don't have any Muggsy copy.
Oh.
So, Jackson's been doing the Muggsy reads.
Yeah.
And Jackson, if you're listening, maybe you can text me the Muggsy copy, and I can talk about it. I know he talks about how it's good for his balls.
Yeah, they sure make fantastic breeches.
And we
decided they were playoff pants.
Playoff pants.
Yeah.
I know that the promo code at Muggsy is TMA. Let me call it Muggsy, and I'll just.
Okay.
You're just gonna watch me ad lib. This is gonna be a treat for the audience.
Well, I got a pair of those Muggsy pants.
Are you wearing them right now?
No,
These are your pants, boy.
These are different. I'm not wearing them today, but I had them on yesterday, and boy, are they comfortable.
Well, here's what you got. You go to MuggsyJeans.com, MUGSY, jeans.com. And right when you go there, you get 10% off your first order just by entering your email to get 10% off. And if you choose no, you say, no thanks, I am independently wealthy. That's what the choice is. So you go in there, but you use the promo code TMA, and now you get 10% off. There's how you get it. By Muggsy. And it's not just jeans. It's shorts, it's pant, it's all there. And then Stephen Wildwood just did an endorsement on his own.
He has some?
Yeah, he just texted into the program and he said, here you go. I have 3 pairs, Tim. They are so kind to my dad bod.
Oh.
Nope.
They stretch a little bit.
They're so comfortable.
Yeah. You hardly even know you hardly even know
Soft
you have
as
them
the day
on.
is long.
Yeah.
Muggsy Jeans, use the promo code TMA.
Okay.
That's what you do. Muggsy Jeans, promo code TMA.
The official trouser of this program.
Doug was wondering, Plowhawk, if you had to use a little Wizards.
Yeah, I peed too.
You did?
But needed to put the replay up.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything's all good.
Replay being podcast.
Correct. Everything is all up. So we're good.
There you go.
All right, you're kind of out of breath now.
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of work to do in this position you've got.
No, it's just, I want to make sure that you guys aren't in here on a twosome with just you guys for a long time.
That's fine. I mean,
Doug
and I have got about 50, 60 years of experience.
That is true.
We can pull it off. But I did make a deep tease, and I can't play the tease without you in here, and that is former Cardinal Doug. He was with the 1982 World Champions. You call him Kitty Cat?
Kitty Cat, yeah.
Jimmy Kitty Cat. And he is now a Twins broadcaster.
Correct.
Hall of Famer, too, now.
And he's going into Cooperstown here in about a month and a half. Here is Jim Cat on the Twins broadcast last night.
That favorite pitcher being kind of like Devin Smeltzer, Nestor the Molester, Nestor Cortez. Man, he is fun to watch.
Minnesota Twins broadcaster Jim Cott referred to New York Yankees left-hander Nestor Cortez as Nestor the Molester during a broadcast last night. The second offensive remark in the past year by the 83-year-old Hall of Fame pitcher while calling a game. As Minnesota's Chris Archer struck out Detroit Tigers star Miguel Cabrera, Cott began to explain that Cortez had become one of his favorite pitchers during a breakout season with New York. Nestor the Molester, Nestor Cortez. Angles and different speeds. He's a pitcher. Twins Vice President of Communications and Content Dustin Morse spoke with Cott after the broadcast about the comment, quote, obviously we take these matters seriously and like in all cases we'll handle this internally and privately, Morse said. Cott planned to contact Cortez directly and speak with the pitcher about the situation. Jim meant no ill will, Moore said. After the Yankees swept a day-night doubleheader from the Angels, Cortez said he had heard about Cott's comment, quote, I'm sure you know he didn't really mean it, and people make mistakes, but it didn't offend me at all. So, you know, I don't really have anything more than just that, honestly. So there it is.
Yeah. You guys offended by that? Did that knock you out of your chair that he said that?
Yeah, I have about 22 burner accounts on Twitter, and I try to get people taken out.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's what I've been doing. I was up late because I couldn't sleep because this Fan Page Club championship.
He's 83, 84 for 73 or 74 years of his life. That was just a funny thing because it rhymed with the guy's name. There used to be somebody, Chester, they called molester. I forget who that was. Yeah. There was Lester Hayes, who was Lester the molester. Does anybody really care?
I was surprised.
They know he's not being mean-spirited about it or accusing him of being a molester.
I was surprised he said it. I wasn't offended, but you kind of knew when you listened to it there would, you know, like how the article say, there's a section on Twitter that's in an uproar. You knew there were going to be people.
Which means 3 or 4 people?
Yeah. He's 83. It rhymes. I understand why he shouldn't have said it, but I also understand why people aren't too furious about it either.
No. No, we don't have a lot of problems if that's what we're really worried about.
You call a 4-hour baseball game, you do that for, 30, 50 years. Eventually, some things are going to be said that you can't take back because it's live.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one of them.
Well, if you live long enough to get to a certain age, there's going to be things that change. That you either adapt to the change in what you can say and what you can do, or you don't. And, Jim Cott's, 83, 84? And he said something a few years ago, too, that he had to apologize for, that he didn't think there was anything wrong with it. He didn't mean anything by it. It's just because he's at that age, he doesn't really realize it.
Well, haven't we all said something on this show that someone, if they were really looking to nitpick at it, could get in an uproar over?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think our audience knows that. But when you have a job like his, where,
Yeah, we are not looked upon with respect.
No.
Well, no.
Clearly not.
You nail that.
No one's ever said, man, I respect the hell out of this show.
But you have people listening to a baseball game, and they will go out of their way to just wait for somebody to say something and then pounce.
Hello, I am the Loomsters in the YouTube chat and said there was 0 breathing until Iggy came back.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Why are you breathing so hard?
We're done
run
caring
back
about
up the
breathing
steps?
anymore. We're done with that.
You were a good 5 minutes late this time.
I don't know why. I do what I always did. I didn't even go to the bathroom. I didn't even stop and get coffee.
Well, what did you do?
I was talking to Courtney.
Well, you don't have time.
We talked while we smoked.
But you don't have time
I went straight downstairs. I lit a cigarette. I finished it. I walked back upstairs.
Regardless of what you did, you don't have time to do that.
Obviously. I'm still going to do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you didn't miss me.
Oh, guys, my favorite part of the show is when Iggy comes in late and then repeats everything you guys just said.
Did you guys say that at some point, if you live long enough, you're going to say things that, was that said?
Well, I said if you're on the air for 30 or 50 years, you're going to say some things that you're going to want to take back. But I don't know if that's very similar.
Well, if you started at 20 and you've been 30 years, it's only 50 years old. I mean, he's 83, 84 years old.
And he's old.
At some point, is someone going to go back and listen to baseball broadcasts from 30 years ago and try to nitpick something an announcer said and said, oh, my God, I'm now offended by Jack Buck. And
well, it wasn't.
Vin Scully said in 1959, Vin Scully had something to say.
If you go back to the old days of Hollywood, and there was never a time when it was good to do. But I saw an interview, I think, with either Betty Davis or Joan Crawford. It was after their heyday, but it was still like in the 60s. They were megastars in the 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. And she was doing an interview saying, oh, yes, I got a couple of my jobs where I had to get on my knees, but that's what you did. They just chalked it up. Is that what you had to do back in Hollywood to get a job? Can't do that now.
Can't
talk about
say that now.
Yeah.
But as we learned with who was the producer that got Weinstein, that's exactly what they're doing.
I know. And it wasn't good back then. It wasn't right back then, but they just chalked it up as that's how I got a job.
Yeah.
There wasn't a Me Too movement. But as you evolve, people realize, I'm not doing that for a job, and I'm going to say something, as they should. But back then, you just kind of chalked it up that if I want to get this part, that's what I got to do.
Doug mentioned Cott's age before Iggy sashayed in, and then an eye roll emoji, and that comes from Caller Ellen.
All right, thanks, Elsie. 2 of us said he was 83. I actually said it twice, so.
Yeah.
I repeated myself. He's 83, 84. So sorry that we repeated how old he is.
He's in unbelievably good shape for being that age.
He is, man.
I mean,
He's
around.
built like a brick ass house when we see him at
is.
spring training.
Yeah.
He's in good shape.
You'd think he was 20 years younger.
Rip on that, too. I just repeated.
Yeah, he's in good shape. He should probably play for the Marlins.
The thing about Jim Cott, he's in good shape.
You know what I
Especially for his
realized when I watch him?
The
Is that
shape that he's
he
in?
looks like he's about 40. He's in great shape. He could probably still play.
We call him a brick house?
Jim Cott. I think he's what,
Ass house.
83, 84?
Ass house.
Sidewinding lefty. There was a time in the 60s he was about as good as any pitcher in the American League.
He finally got in the hall, didn't he?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm repeating. I listened to you downstairs. I had my phone on.
Doug, the Avalanche are up 2-0, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of obstacles in their way to going to the Stanley Cup.
I missed the game last night. I'd forgotten that it was on. I was switching between the Cardinals and the NBA, and then I said, oh, wait, the hockey game's on. I got there, it just ended.
Yeah.
Did you put money on the sweep?
I did not. I did not.
Probably lesser now in terms of...
Oh, yeah, it was plus 375 yesterday, and I just thought 4-1 on something that is still mathematically awfully difficult to pull off. I just don't think Edmonton... I think maybe if indeed Colorado wins the Cup and if they breeze through the Oilers and if they just win the Cup, I think the Rangers or Lightning will put up a bigger fight than Edmonton. Maybe that'll soften the blow for some Blues fans who are upset about it. I don't know how much anger there still is. It has been a week since they've been eliminated. But we had Peter Baugh, who covers the Avalanche, St. Louis guy, Missouri journalism guy, who covers the Avalanche for The Athletic on, and I said, what do you think the core reason is the Avalanche are up? And this was on the morning of Game 5 before the Blues' famous comeback. And he goes, sometimes it's just as simple as one team's just better, and that's just the way that it is. It sucks when it happens because that's another year off the clock for some members of the core. But I think what you're seeing, you want to play a game where we got to score 8 goals? Fine, we'll score 8 goals. You want to try and slow it down? Fine, we'll beat you 4-0. So it doesn't matter. Edmonton just can't hang with this team. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
It
like.
doesn't take a real
Maybe Edmonton comes back and wins it.
Doesn't take a real trained eye to have seen that Colorado Blues series and see that one team is just superior to the other.
Yeah.
Colorado just has a bunch of guys right in their prime who are all-star caliber players, and it's going to be hard for anybody to keep up with them. They got 12 goals in 2 games. They could easily have averaged 6 against the Blues. They had all kinds of scoring chances against the Blues. Hit goal post, pucks just trickled wide. The Blues were lucky, I think. They're maybe not lucky is the word, fortunate that they were in some of the games that they were.
I think it's a 90% lock that Billy Husso will be starting in Edmonton next year. I can't believe you have Leon Draisaitl, you have McDavid, and your goalie is Mike Smith. I think that's a huge miss. So I think they'll address that. So I could see Husso getting paid going up to Edmonton next year.
They were chanting sweep last night in the postgame.
Oh, really? I can see
the fans outside there with Gretzky, Biz Nasty, Liam McHugh, Anson Carter, and Rick Tocchet. They couldn't get through the broadcast because those fans were screaming so loud in the background. And that's with a backup netminder last night as well. That's just another level of play. Meanwhile, Jason Tatum, that's what happened there in the fourth quarter. And I can only talk about it here. I can't talk about it on Balloon Party. With that game, did you stay up and watch that whole thing?
I saw bits of it as I flipped back and forth between the Cardinals and
I mean, I saw a stat this morning watching Sports Center for a team to be down double digits entering the fourth quarter and then wind up winning by double digits, as we saw last night with the Celtics led by the St. Louisan. That is, I don't want to say it's unprecedented, but it is obviously incredibly rare.
Outscored them by 24 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute shipping. 40 points for the Celtics in the fourth quarter and just 16 for the Warriors in the fourth quarter. Just an absolute clinic. And, yeah, they couldn't miss from 3, I believe is probably what you were going to say.
I didn't see all of it. I'm assuming Bob Cousy was red hot. Satch Sanders was probably playing the baseline. Tom Heinsohn probably had a big night for the Celtics.
And Robert Parrish was in.
Bob Cousy, yeah, Chief. Can you call him Chief anymore? Probably not.
Bob Cousy couldn't dribble with his left hand. Am I correct on that?
No, he could.
He had a lot of set shots.
What they couldn't do was turn the ball over like they do now. You see guys now dribbling, literally carrying the ball. No call. They officiate the game completely differently. And so they have to play it differently.
I have a baseball card at home with Bob Cousy and Stan Musial.
Really?
Signed by Bob Cousy.
Jackson is still listing. I'm disappointed in him a little bit.
Yeah, so am I.
I never.
Most lopsided fourth quarter in finals history.
Now, he's on a PJ, right? Heading to the Hamptons?
He's already in the Hamptons. He flew into Teterboro yesterday afternoon.
Did he?
Yeah, I think. What did he take? Damn Brazilian.
The best was we were damn Brazilian. We're just to really get to him on Balloon Party, saying, yeah, Jackson's not going to be here. He's going to the Hamptons, and some didn't understand that it was a satirical
joke,
little different audience over there.
And then said, of course, Harvard Jackson's going to Boston this weekend. It's like, oh.
Well, he did go to Ladue High.
Harvard? He went to Mizzou.
Right now.
Harvard of the Midwest.
Probably could get into Harvard, but didn't want anything to do with it.
Thank you. Doug is looking pretty strong today on his webcam. Why don't you slip that golf pole off and show us those perky nerps?
Okay, who was it, Tim?
Jeffco Gentleman.
Jeffco Gentleman just got himself suspended for that suggestion. We worry about Jim Cott. How about remarks like that? 2 days' time for the Jeffco Gentleman. He shall be suspended, and his name, as we speak, is going into the stltaxlawyer.com suspension log. That'd be Mark Milton. You have any kind of tax issue at all with the IRS, or you just want your taxes done. But if you have any kind of issue, maybe you didn't pay your taxes in the past, maybe you didn't file a return, now the IRS is coming at you, you call Mark Milton, he'll take good care of you. You'll be saying, hey, I'm not guilty, I'm with Milty.
My wife's boyfriend had me call him Kadri last night and proceeded to run train on my wife while I watched in the corner. My wife was wearing a Huso jersey. It was hot. So Mr. Licks. Huh.
Man, speaking of Kadri, see a couple of those articles yesterday?
No, about
what do you having a treat, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to sneeze too. So yeah, I'm on my I guess now my third pizza. On the Pizza Lunchable.
Small little fun-sized pizzas.
Yeah, but the Blue potentially signing Kadri in the off-season is...
No, never happened.
Yes.
Never happened.
Well, they talk about Torrey Krug. We didn't think about, the Robert Thomas hit he had.
Yeah.
And now they're friends, and he's on the team. So
Will Clark was hated by St. Louis Cardinal fans.
Yeah.
And then he had a nice 4-month run here.
Who's saying Kadri could wind
There's
up
a couple beat writers, and people have said that right after the series before Colorado started playing Edmonton that they could see Doug Armstrong.
Would you like to see that, Kadri in a Blues uniform?
He's honestly, when I compare him and David Perron, he's better than David Perron. I like Perron here more, obviously personality-wise, but he's a better version and younger, I do believe, than David Perron. It could be a good option. I just thought that was weird. I didn't think that was in the realm of possibility that, and I'm saying it's going to happen, but...
You think he would want to come here based on what happened?
I think that would be the key thing, but, money talks. You never know.
Yeah.
He'd be a good addition, Doug.
Well, he's a good player. There's no doubt about that. Cheap shot artist at times.
3 assists last night.
Mm-hmm.
I see Connor McDavid had 2 shots on goal last night.
You disappointed in him?
I don't care who wins, but to hold him to 2 shots on goal, that's pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Anybody say that yet today?
I don't think so. We'll go back and check.
Hey, I got a first.
Where did you read that, Plowsy? The Onion? Shut up and go upload the podcast. That's some
It
king
is
poop.
uploaded. It's fine. But I read that from 2 separate people. It's not. Again, I say 2 people. I didn't say there was a bunch of articles. 2 articles.
Okay.
But
I just typed in Kadri and the Blues in a search engine. I didn't get anything outside of Kadri talking about the handshake line with the Blues was congenial. There was a lot of respect for each other, and I don't see anything regarding. But hey, that doesn't mean that it isn't there. I haven't read that column.
I'm looking for it now.
All right, Doug, there it is.
P. Reed, 3 under through 5.
Okay.
I gave him a nice little pep talk this morning.
Nice.
You talk about what no one cares about. That would be it.
I do. The people who played my lineup do.
The people don't play your lineup.
Oh, it was Thomas Welch, and it wasn't a article. I guess it was a thread on Twitter that he created. You know how people do that, basically a story on Twitter. It's back to back to back to back. Yeah.
And who is Thomas Welch? He's a writer?
Oh, yeah. I think he is, social media coordinator. Does a podcast.
Okay.
I got to be honest with you. I actually hear the breathing. And I
heard that one. Yeah.
I have to be honest with you. I actually do hear it. It's the first time
my
I've heard
head is turned and I didn't breathe for like 10 seconds. There,
right when Jackson isn't here.
My chair just collapsed.
So, yeah, I guess that absolves Jackson. I really do hear it.
I'm not doing it to bust balls. I just have to be honest.
Well,
with the
when you
audience.
said that, I was like this.
So you think it was...
Unless I'm breathing sideways.
You
And
having a treat, bro?
and I really wasn't breathing either.
Finishing off
I
pizza.
think Doug coughed there, so maybe that was it.
Could have been.
It's one dude that put out a tweet saying Kadri is the best fit for the Blues' needs. There are no actual rumors. That's from Mrs. Janny Shanahan, so she's got ties to the organization.
I'd be stunned if they signed him.
But wouldn't that be a rumor if you said that? Isn't that the definition
Mrs.
of a
Janny
rumor? If
Shanahan,
one
would
guy
you
said
consider
it.
that a rumor?
Yeah, it's a blue check mark.
Yeah.
Writer. I'm not saying he's, a big name, but I thought it was interesting to read about his reasonings for it. And
Who the F is gasping for air in there? That's from Aunt Peg. Doug, we still haven't gotten a
gasping.
You see where my face is?
if we could turn off the messages.
Unless I'm breathing out the side of my nose and mouth.
Could it be this air conditioning? You can hear that.
I don't really care.
That's too logical. It's got
I mean, I'm done with the whole breathing thing.
You're finished.
I mean, it was fixed, and now somebody wants to bring it back in. All of a sudden, all the microphone and the board just went haywire, and now the breathing's back.
Kind of fed up with that talk, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, to be honest with you.
It's 8:39. It's time for our drop.
Oh,
no, no.
Doug.
I don't like how that started.
Oh, Doug.
I did the cuts of the week. My thing was, I know, and that's fun. And we're going to be open and honest. We're going to have an open forum here.
We have any
Doug,
drops?
It's transparency time.
And I was here in plenty of time, it wasn't a time issue.
No.
Did cuts and drops. We want to make sure we had a bunch of links,
you did do
and
them.
audio fun. So, but I have the drops edited. We don't have a sponsor to them, so they took a back seat during my checklist.
Sure they did.
So I did the cuts of the week and things
Cuts
like that.
first.
Really didn't have enough time to complete the drops of the week.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I mean, I could get them done in a
you
matter of
could've,
5 or
yeah.
10 minutes. And I feel bad. I didn't put them on the audio fun, so I was hoping that would be a hint that didn't quite get to them.
Yeah, I would think
You
so.
can just tell me you didn't do them.
I know. I just wanted to explain that.
So do we have drops or not?
We don't.
We don't have drops.
No.
Oh, boy.
We didn't
And it
have
was
them
a
last week
short
either,
week.
did
Maybe
we?
you wanted a distraction from the breathing thing. You got it. Here we go.
It was a short week as well. So there wasn't
20% fewer drop opportunities.
Even more so than that because I wasn't here on Friday.
Ah,
So I didn't have drops written down for Friday. We were
40%
off
less.
Monday. So you're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 50 seconds. I just didn't see that the juice was worth the squeeze there for time-wise and certainly my checklist this morning.
well, sure.
And the listeners, I'm sure, are very understanding. That's why I love them.
Well, that might not necessarily be the case. Time to clean house there, Tim. That's from Mr. Baker. Doug, again,
Clean house.
I haven't been in a management position
But you carry around a stack of pink slips.
2017. Since 2017.
3, 2, 1 until it's Iggy couldn't help out. Why couldn't Iggy do them? Iggy's doing nothing.
It was on me completely.
Okay, now we got the 3, 2, 1. Are they titled Iggy's Drops of the Week or Plowsy's Drops of the Week? That's from Lady Gaga's Fupa.
I've been on them since January, so it's not on Iggy. It's not on Jackson, who's in the Hamptons. This is on me, and this is a decision that I made.
Yes.
And like it or not,
well, sure.
I'm in the big boy chair. So.
Yeah.
Didn't the same thing happen last week? That's from Kakeem Olajuwon.
I believe it did. Yeah.
Well, last week I was on Thursday and Friday. I
You
can't
weren't
put
there.
it together when I'm not physically here.
No.
It's just not something I'm able to do.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, grill kill. It's all good.
Grill kill.
It's Friday. It's beautiful outside.
You're in the big boy chair, and you're ready to take the heat for it.
That's why I wanted an open, transparent conversation.
Open up your
about
folder.
What
Hit 10 drops and we're done.
Are you concerned that Tim might clean house?
No, I love Tim. And again, he hasn't been in that management role since, what was it, Tim, 2017?
January 2017.
Okay, that's just 5 short years ago.
And I don't think Tommy goes, Plowboy is 1 non-drops of the week away from a house cleaning.
You never know,
So I
though.
think, I think I build up a rapport with him. So I think we're fine.
But this would have been a nice time to have some drops.
I think it's better this way, though, honestly.
Just open it up and hit 10, 12 drops. There you go.
Once you hit the old drops, I think we had this discussion last week too. They all sound exactly the same week to week. Why don't you just go back to an old one and play it again?
Here, how about this? I do, like I said, I have the drops saved. It just, they're not like.
You have some drops like from 2-3 years ago?
I mean, I probably do.
Well, just play one of those. You think we would have noticed?
I guess I'll open up. So, like, yeah, so here. Yeah, like we'll just play a couple then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't live in Abington, so I don't.
Okay. That was
Call in,
nice.
Grumpy.
Hey, diddle diddle, time to play with Yo Skittle.
Yeah, you don't have my Rolodex.
They can handle a climax.
If you're going to try to get a job based on your gimmicks,
I can't believe he does that for 3 solid hours. You couldn't keep that up.
I don't know.
There you go.
There it is.
Nice
The
little
drop of
drops
the
on the
week.
fly.
Those are the drops of the week.
There you go. That's all you really had to do.
Tim, a call back to the 8 o'clock hour and yesterday's pepperoncini. I'd love to know your stance. When I think of DP, I think of the 2 holes below a gal's belt lined, located within inches of each other, being penetrated. I guess an Eiffel Tower sitch could technically be considered double penetration, but not what comes to mind when I hear DP. Keep up the good works on pepperoncini. That's from Scott, sprinkled ballsack, not his wife, for clarification, because that's where the listeners are going to assume it's not. It's just from Scott.
And
That is my understanding of what a DP is as well.
That's exactly what we said.
So what was it? I wonder, maybe he was confused by pepperoncini yesterday. I don't know.
Maybe he's confused by the Eiffel Tower.
I brought up the Eiffel Tower as one of those, is it a DP? Because there are 2 holes that are being utilized, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But that was, I think, the issue that and you just need to
I would not.
podcast
I would not. I would not.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So I think we said some people would think it could be, but it's not. It's not the right hole.
See, there you go. Got a drop for next week.
Oh, I got a couple in here. Yeah, we'll make sure that next week they're going to be done.
The drops will?
They'll be a little bit better shape than what I just played.
You'd be breaking a 2-game dropless losing streak.
That's about the only thing on the show that's not sponsored, I think. Isn't it?
Don't know.
Well, here's your opportunity.
Yeah, somebody want to sponsor the drops, and then it'll get done.
It'll get done, yeah, for sure.
Sure, should.
Look again.
Hopefully. Tim McKernan, InsideSTL.com.
Or house will be cleaned.
Wonder how that happened. How did that? Let's do a deep dive on how it happened that I became.
Well, when you own parking lots.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That's what it is, I think.
The parking lot
The
purchases?
foundation was the fact that your dad owns virtually every parking lot in the St. Louis region.
That's correct.
So if you want to park your car, you're paying a McKernan.
Yeah, segment 2 is titled right now, Tim Needs to Clean House.
Oh, my goodness. Doug, Marco Bertarelli does not need to clean house. As a matter of fact, he just needs to keep doing exactly what he's doing.
He needs to sharpen knives. That's what he's doing. When you hear the name Marco Bertarelli, you need to say, chop, chop, cheeky. Because people know what that means now. That means you're going to Bertarelli to have your knives sharpened. You know, Father's Day right around the corner. Maybe get Dad one of those infidel knives. He'd love to have one of those. They make great knives, and they carry them at Bertarelli Cutlery. They also have those Wusthof Performance line of knives. Dad would love some of those. Or maybe you're just going to sharpen things up. Maybe you're just going to take all the steak knives you've got and take them to Bertarelli and get them sharpened up. If you were with a restaurant, a cafeteria, a hotel somewhere, they've been doing this for decades. And, of course, they go to Bertarelli because this is where you go. This is where you go to get those knives sharpened, and they'll be behaving like new. When they've got all kinds of gadgets and gizmos in that kitchen that Dad would love for Father's Day. That would be a super gift. And forget the tie. He doesn't want another tie, but you give him one of those infidel knives or a Wusthof knives, and your dad will be happy as a lark. Here's the phone number for Bertarelli. Give that now.
Do it.
314-664-4005. That's where you call. Or you can go down and see him in person. 1927 Marconi Avenue, right down there on the hill. And he's got a website, of course he does, bertarellico.com. They've also got some office supplies, and they will ship that anywhere in the world to you. If you like some copy paper, that kind of thing, they can get that to you, too. Longest running sponsor on the Mount Rushmore of sponsors here at the Morning After, Marco Bertarelli and Bertarelli Cutlery.
There it is, Marco Bertarelli, Bertarelli Cutlery. Family Golf got a text in the mist, but I lost it because we have a lot of text critical of the drop situation. But somebody texted
Cry
in
me a
saying,
river, boys.
Cry me a river, boys. Is that they visited the Family Golf short game area, which opened up on June 1st. And I can't find it. But the point being that it is incredible. And I've seen it and saw how it had been roped off. And I was looking at it, I'm going, man, that is going to be a place that if you really want to improve your game, you set up shop there. Guy said he practiced there for an hour last night. It's brand new. It's Family Golf short game area. From my standpoint, comparable to private clubs, short game areas, because you can chip, you have bunkers,
huge green, and it is done really well with a high quality of grass. So I would recommend that you could rent it, rent the time there, and just really get some great work in. And listen, distance is something you really can't. I mean, you can maybe improve it, but you either have it or you don't. And age, of course, factors into it. But when it comes to chipping and putting, that's a lot of technique and really just confidence. A lot of it's mental, and a lot of it's just repetitions. And now with Family Golf Short Game Area, that's something you can tend to. You can't go there and all of a sudden hit the ball 300 yards, but you can get the technique down and get the mental reps and get comfortable over the ball for a short game shot. That's what they now have at Family Golf. And remember, listeners, mention TMA and you get 50% off a swing analysis. FamilyGolfOnline.com. It's Family Golf. And once again, you will see me there every day. Just please don't bother me.
Have some darn respect.
I am a star. I am on HD2, and they give me an hour in middays on, HD1, as it's called in the business.
Yeah.
But I just can't be bothered.
We don't have that many megastars in St. Louis.
Thank you.
Please don't blow this one.
Thank you.
Please don't do what?
Don't blow this one. Don't mess it up. Don't make him go into hiding.
The latter.
Don't make him live like a recluse.
You show that meat on OnlyFans yet? That's from Kurt Chambers.
No, Chambers, I do have this weekend available, so this will be launch weekend for my OnlyFans.
This is it?
This will be the launch weekend.
You're launching your OnlyFans this weekend? God, we buried the lead.
Yeah.
I don't. Should I do 2 or 3 videos my first day to get because when you started your podcast, Tim, you did backlogging, right? You had a couple in the can, as you call it.
Gary Pinkel. Yeah, I want to talk Mizzou hoops.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't know if I needed some in the can as well. How many should I post? It's going to be a trial or error thing in terms of, what my subscribers are going to want.
Well, while you got the camera out, while the lighting's just right, while you have a photographer available, go ahead and knock out as many as you can.
Absolutely. So what are you going to do?
I think the first one is going to just be me introducing myself to the masses.
Oh, Doug.
So this is the one where I remember when I brought this idea up to Tommy, and you could see his eyes glaze over and hoping for another meeting coming around in the next few seconds.
Right.
It was me and booty shorts, mainly at Madison's booty shorts.
Why can't you get your own booty shorts?
And my white tee tied up
showing off the midriff?
Showing off the midriff. And me just on my stomach, with my feet in the air, like how girls do with slumber parties, reading Vogue or Teen Magazine.
Right.
And, I'll be reading a baseball, reference magazine. I'm like, hey, boys, I'm getting ready for my fantasy baseball week. My name's Darren, and
Doug, I already can feel the blood rushing to my midsection.
You're gonna
get very
you're
sexy.
You're going to be militant gay for this?
Yeah, I'm going to have, and when I turn over, I'm going to have a bowl of honeycomb. Just a bit, one of those oversized bowls of cereal where obviously I'm not going to finish it all, but it's for the camera, Doug. It's for the appeal, the sex appeal of me eating. And then I'm going to, obviously talk about, what my OnlyFans account will be, in terms of what you're going to get for your dollar.
Now, why are you going gay when you're not gay?
Well, it's not gay yet. I guess girls' underwear, would be red flagged as maybe potentially, in that realm. But I think obviously, showing off nipple hair, kind of, for me, I think it's a good one to get my lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped and just have that on.
Incorporate the sponsors.
Have that sound in the background of a video, but not not the video itself. I'm not going to show you shaving. But maybe the aftermath by the toilet brim.
Oh,
but just the,
oh, God, who would want to sign up for that?
Hopefully enough people. And then once that's up and going, I think next week is when I'll private message Lisa Ann and try to get some, get this ball rolling on more of a national level.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, and I think it's a good idea, Doug. I don't know what your thought process is right now.
Well, it doesn't sound like something I would pay for once a month.
I understand.
But I'm sure others would gladly pony up, whatever you're going to charge.
Yeah, it's really not for you. I understand that.
Yeah.
I get that I'm not going to get the 60-year-old smoke shows to come out to the party. Really looking for the twinks, the college twinks.
I thought you would play the role of a butch top man.
I can, too. I can play a lot of different roles.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if this thing blew up and
God, it'd be great.
Plowsy moves in next to Riley Reid in the Hollywood Hills in a $9 million mansion.
It's gonna be.
Is there anything that you will not do?
Nothing will be inserted until I hit maybe 1,000, 1,500 subs. And then you're talking maybe something goes in there. You never know. Again, you
goes
just
in
never...
where?
Well, Doug, time to go mudding. I always say
Snag that.
But yeah, so I think that's something, but it really is... I don't think Madison's going to get into the picture of respecting her enough. I respect her job enough to where she won't be involved.
Is she fine with a gentleman entering you?
I didn't say gentlemen. They're butt plugs. Maybe get an Amazon wish list going for one of those Sibians.
Oh, yeah, one of those refurbished ones.
Yeah, well, we do have a couple people in that industry. I think one from PP Corp.
We have contacts.
Distributes those.
He does.
So, yeah. So I think there's a lot of different things I would be, maybe not loving to do.
No.
But I think you need to impress your fans, and I think that's going to be. I'm a crowd pleaser.
You need to push the envelope a little too.
So by the time we're on the air at 7:07 on Monday, those who subscribe to your OnlyFans will have seen your hog.
No, my hog. No, my hog is going to be. My snake is going to stay intact for the time being.
You're going to tease people.
That's one of those where you don't want to release that too early.
No.
Because you're giving out the goods so, what's next?
Yeah.
What?
So what are the people going to get over the next 48 hours?
Undersized panties with oversized bushes, nipple hair, dirty talk, maybe a cardinal breakdown, and certainly talk about that Missouri recruiting class.
Oh, you're going drinking.
Yeah.
Dougie's going to go drinking before he goes mudding.
What's funny is I do have a couple buddies with big oversized trucks, so what I would love to do is do like a faux video of me just completely naked, honking the horn. Hey, boys, who wants to come to Mizzou? Kind of like have it fun. Really, get the outside feel to it, not just inside my apartment. Kind of get that nature to it as well. Have a big old truck and act like it's a dump truck and picking up recruits. And...
Your first email is going to be from Chad Moeller.
Knock it off.
Well, I'm not going to. There will be people that are, may scratch their head. They may not like the content.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone. I mean, not everybody wants to see a twink in undersized, girl panties.
I think it would hurt the dynamic of your relationship with Madison if you start using butt plugs.
Deidre might think that.
Right.
But I think Madison and mine, our relationship's very strong.
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot of turmoil. There've been a lot of dogs in and out of the vet. I had to self-furlough myself.
That ends a lot of relationships. Take the dog to the vet. It's hard to stay together through that.
So we've gone through the thicks and the thins of life. So I think the butt plug could probably, it certainly adds a conversation to the table.
Well, it does,
you got to certainly sit at the dinner table and discuss, why I'm doing this. But I think she's very supportive.
Deidre, I am 28. My boyfriend is 31.
I think my issue is...
We have great sex life. All of a sudden now he's got an OnlyFans account and he's sticking butt plugs up his butt. He's ignoring me.
Yeah, my thing with the free account is that gives access to my parents, to Madison's parents. Maybe
Only
to
if they
Madison's
join.
Yeah, but if they join and they're curious, they're able to kind of see immediately what the future son-in-law is doing, what my 33-year-old son is willing to do for $3.99 a month. And it's, they're going to have to look in the mirror.
Well, they are.
I'd be alarmed if your mom and dad actually joined your OnlyFans account.
But I don't know the stipulation of putting the link on the fan page, things like that. But I want it to be spread out there as much as possible, so I can't worry about that sort of thing.
I think maybe you should give relationship advice. If you can go with your significant other to the vet with a dog and they get some kind of rabies shot and you can come out of there and you're still together, that is a strong relationship.
Yeah.
There's divorce attorneys lined up outside vet's office just waiting for the people to come out and say, that's it, I've had enough.
They have a satellite office right by Banfield.
Yes, they do.
But yeah, so like I said, we've gone through a lot. A lot of vet visits, a lot of, do we get the rabies shot? Do we not get the rabies shot?
Yeah.
I think you can watermark your content, so it can't be shared.
Oh, really?
Because there's a lot of girls that do that now. Because just because you buy their OnlyFans account doesn't mean you can take what they have and
you don't own that full content.
Now I don't believe Dillian does, because if you can type in Dillian Harper OnlyFans videos, and there'll be videos of her doing her OnlyFans stuff, talking to the listeners, the viewers, that guys that have paid for that grab it and start posting it places. So, but I think you can watermark it so nobody can take your stuff and put it elsewhere.
I think the listeners are going to be shocked. I am a very skinny human being. You see me on the golf course, but I really don't think they really realize it until I'm going to be putting on these panties.
Realize just how skinny you are.
Yeah, fit really.
How thin a man are you?
130. I got the abs to work with.
Oh, do you have abs?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
He's got a musculature.
Good back muscles as well.
Well, you've eaten your way to this glorious body.
Oh, there's going to be a lot. That could be a lot of the content would be, me certainly teasing, dirty talking, potentially showing, skin, but also during that, I'm going to be snacking.
And maybe if
it could be a tenderloin that's
if you
been
eat
in the
some
oven
of
for an
these,
hour and a half.
eat some of this candy, maybe you pick up a sponsor along the way.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stick Airheads on my nipples.
Oh,
but not full one, just like.
I feel like the drops are already done for next week.
Small one cut in half. But again, these are just ideas that I'm literally spitballing on the air.
Yeah, I hear
Are
that,
they going to hit all the time? No.
I don't know.
And not every
Worth a
video is going
shot.
to be a winner, but I think it's you got to shoot to score, and so you really got to put.
You got to put pucks on net. Look at Bosey last Wednesday night.
Right.
Yeah.
You going to work out at all before your nude scenes?
No, and I think all natural is really coming in as in vogue now.
That's what we tell ourselves anyway.
That's what I'm going to tell myself during the video to make me have a little bit more confidence.
Right. Huh.
But again,
we'll look forward to that.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Arbor Day says, I love Plowsy, but does this make anyone want to vomit? Thanks. That's from Arbor Day. Doug, it's your favorite holiday, right?
It's certainly going to be weird for people. Not going to make me vomit, and I think that's the key.
Stephen Wildwood says, my DP after 25 years of marriage is me penetrating my hand while earbuds penetrate my ears with porn sounds so I don't wake up my sleeping wife. That's Steve in Wildwood.
Oh.
So he's having DPs as well. This is great.
It's not that great. I'm so old school. When I hear of DP, I think of Bill Mazeroski turning the double play. They call him No Hands Maz.
What about Tinkers to Evers to Chance?
Fat. Yeah, oh yeah. These are the saddest of possible words. Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Trio of bear cubs and fleeter than birds. Tinker to Evers to Chance. Ruthlessly pricking our gone-fallen bubble. Making a giant hit into a double. Words that are heavy with nothing but trouble. Tinker to Evers to Chance.
Nice.
And I think along with my OnlyFans account, I'm going to create a personal Gmail account with it. Very similar to Email of the Day, erotic stories. They can email me, and just be a cameo style as well, to where they can kind of run the show on some of the portions of the videos.
Okay.
I think giving the audience, letting them, be a part of it, I think will be a huge success.
Well, I hope so. Could make you a very wealthy man.
I'm not looking for a ton of money. I just think the exposure will benefit me in the long run.
Well, I hope you remember the little people on your way up.
I appreciate it, Doug. Thanks.
How about this story? This is unbelievable. This has popped up my Twitter timeline. I think people will find this incredibly amazing. Mathematical phenomenon. Something happened at the Minneapolis Golf Club today that has likely never happened in the history of golf. 13-year-old Preston Miller of St. Louis Park, Minnesota, aced the 121-yard hole number 4 with a 7-iron. He continued using the hole-in-one ball, always a bad idea, and unfortunately lost it 3 holes later on hole number 7.
Yeah.
When hanging in the clubhouse after the round for a celebratory pop, another golfer entered sharing the good news that he, too, had a hole-in-one today. Preston extended his congrats and shared that he had aced number 4 earlier, but proceeded to lose his SLP Golf, I guess that's St. Louis Park, golf team logo, he hole-in-one ball several holes later. Shockingly, Minneapolis Golf Club member Ricardo Fernandez shared that he had found Preston's ball on hole 7, and when stepping up to play a later par 3, grabbed Preston's ball out of his bag, unaware of what had happened earlier. Ricardo then proceeded to ace the 181-yard 16th hole, meaning one ball had 2 hole-in-ones on the same day at the same course by 2 different golfers.
Awesome.
So the question is, who should keep the ball?
The first one. The first guy.
No, the second guy. The first guy gave up on his ball.
Not even close.
Second guy found it.
One.
Binders, keepers, losers,
Well,
suck.
one, it's
Do you factor in the age?
Yeah,
One's a young tyke. I don't know how. I don't know if I said how old Ricardo Fernandez is. I don't know. He's a member, so therefore he has to have some semblance of income.
Who gets the ball?
Kid
I don't
gets
know.
it. The kid gets the ball. I mean, it's obvious.
I guess
to
if
me.
you're Ricardo, it'd be nice to offer the kid the ball.
Now, you're right, Doug. I mean, the kid lost the ball. The guy found it. You know, it's like if I found a great Pro V1 that had 3 X's on it right over the 6. I lost that. So what? I found it. So it's his ball technically, but it's a kid. You give it to the kid.
What they should do is take a picture with the ball, both scorecards in there, plaque it up, and put it in the golf course. So I think the golf course, that's a cool story.
Right, a little shrine.
Yeah, a little shrine. Just, not a huge frame, but both scorecards, the picture, have the ball and like a shadow box in
Perfect
there with
idea.
it. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree with that.
Because at the
100%.
court, they probably both have played. And
It's
will
not a bad
play in
idea,
the future.
Plowhawk. It's not bad compromise.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And people will talk about it forever. Every time they
it's
go
a
on the
huge
course,
story.
they'll talk about that and laugh about it.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
But if not, the kid, the 13-year-old's first hole-in-one.
I just retweeted it for those who want to read the story, although I read
That's
the story
fun.
word for word.
It's a fun story.
Fun.
It just popped up in my time feed. Deke Dotem was wondering, I wonder if that's the same ball Big Al used to knock in the ace using his driver on number 12.
Could be. Apparently it's the ball and not the
No,
players.
he used the Jim Beam 3. I saw that on the fan page where somebody went through their old bag and had a Ram, a Jim Beam 3, and a McGregor. Or no, what? Lee Trevino, sorry.
I would play any golf ball that's in my bag. I don't care what it is.
I'm on the left ash train. Tough to find them, though.
Yeah.
Tough to find them.
Have you played those balls that are slightly larger?
I have not.
I've not seen those.
Because that was a thing a little while ago. I don't know if it still is, but the balls were slightly larger, still legal, but slightly larger, and apparently they were a little easier to hit straight because they were bigger.
I like the TP5s.
Do you?
TaylorMade TP5s, yeah. Those are harder to find.
Can you really tell if you're just an average
can't
golfer?
really tell
Can you
them.
tell one ball from the other?
Well, if you're hitting a McGregor 3, you can tell.
Plowhawk, that's what you were hitting on 12 at the
I know,
Dotem.
and you can tell. There's no compression.
Guys, why would that kid continue to play with the ball? That's from Kakeem Olajuwon. That is a legitimately great question. The thing is if you're just not thinking about it, you do, and then you go, "Oh my God, it's happened." Somebody else was telling me a story about they kept playing and then lost the ball, but then hit it in the water. I mean, that's a different deal.
Yeah.
Then, you're not finding that thing.
When you're 13, maybe you think, well, I'm going to get 10 more of these.
It's a lucky
no big
ball,
deal.
maybe. Maybe that, hey, maybe I'll get another one.
Yeah, the golf ball is a thing to keep as a shrine at the course.
Yeah.
It's a famous golf ball now.
And you think, you have the 2 scorecards with the, the 16 with the double circle.
Mhm. And with the little story written underneath it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a wonderful idea and a great compromise. Doug Engineered Design Facilities is a wonderful company. They sponsor our text inbox. Engineered Designed Facilities, EDF. We are grateful for their support. And if you would like to support the sponsors, which is really kind of the name of the game, if you have visibility to your company or place of businesses, commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarms services and solutions provider at TMA. EDF is Missouri and Illinois preferred full-service vendor for licensed and certified professional servicing, monitoring, and testing for fire alarm services and systems, fire suppression systems, fire alarm system monitoring services, tenant improvements and construction, and security access and monitoring services. Engineered, designed facilities, EDF. Lot to work with today for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design, air, heating, and cooling email today. So far, the Imperial Tea-Top and Sushi Enthusiast has a win, and the JV Golf Coach has a win. Send yours in and compete with the greats the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Coming up in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, we will have the Bertarelli Cutlery Cuts of the Week, and we will also have our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. And then me and Matt Ruracchio will reunite for Balloon Party at 10 o'clock on 101 ESPN. And pepperoncini. And it's Mount Rushmore. We got Mount Rushmores today. Is that what you got, Edie? Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore's of favorite characters, names in movies.
In DP scenes?
No, just regular movies. Like, I'll give you, it won't be in mine, but just, Kaiser Sose. A lot of people think that's a great name in a movie.
Doug, is that Usual Suspects?
I don't know.
Yeah. And then favorite lines from movies, like coffees for closers, something like that.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Yeah, the good
Meet
one.
the peas,
Why don't you sit in with us, Doug?
ABC Always Be Closing has got to be one of them from Glengarry Glen Ross.
Right.
So there's a lot of good
What
ones.
about both of them?
Second place
Denzel
gets a pair of steak
Washington, and he got game.
So it'll kind of be a Mount Rushmore, but then we'll probably throw in extra ones too. So if you want to sit in with us, Doug, and give some of yours.
Well, I have to go to a golf tournament. I have to
Oh, you're right. Where are you going?
Golf
What's going on?
tournament.
You're doing the Fan Page Club Championship.
No,
with me and Todd.
no.
Yeah,
It's
Tim's
something
out there
else
noon. That's
entirely.
where you're going?
Yeah, 12:24. Balls in the air.
No.
Where are you going?
Is it Paradise Valley? It's a memorial golf tournament for one of my son's friends who passed away a year ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Beautiful day for it.
Yeah.
You got
great.
a glorious day.
Great day.
We will welcome your thoughts, 314-881-TMA5. We welcome your calls, 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt, Kia of North County phone lines, and your emails for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. I don't know what's going on TikTok. You know, I created an account, but I do nothing with it, and I don't know if I ever will. I would like to think that I will.
Yeah.
I just don't
Seems to be where all the kids are going, Timmy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm 45 with 2 kids, so it's not for me.
I did one yesterday. I think if you figure it out, and you can use some of this audio that's out there, where it's just you and you use the audio, it can be kind of fun. I did one yesterday of a lady coming to the door and saying, "Do you mind if I talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" And guy pretended like he was deaf. And she goes, "Oh, you're deaf," and he shake his head. And she goes, "Well, you have a great day." You too. You mother. And I just kind of lipped it.
You did a little acting. You did a little voice
Yeah,
training.
so it's if you find some funny ones, it's kind of fun to do.
But if I'm not making any money doing it, I know a lot of people make a lot of money doing it. I mean, ridiculous amounts of money. But you're just sitting there going, okay, you know, as far as time priority, I know Anna Marie and I have talked about like doing dance routines, you know, like trying to get likes. So
You would. Well, there's a couple that I think they're called Mora and Kai or something like that.
Mora and SGO Kai again.
SGO Kai.
I don't know who it is.
But they do a lot. I mean, they're fantastic, and they're a cute couple. They're bubbly. They've got like 3 million followers. All they do is dance.
I wonder what kind of like when it really gets down to it, like what real money comes in from that.
And who pays you?
Oh, companies, they see how many downloads you
So you
have.
got to get a sponsor.
Product placement. Hey, we'll do our dance today with a bottle of Coke there.
But you have to get a sponsor to get paid?
I don't know. I just do fun ones.
My buddy and his wife, you know, the burly, good-looking bear that I talked about, and his lovely wife, they're good friends of ours. They do TikToks.
What do they got going on, Plow?
And they kind of do just random funny stuff. He's kind of a really outdoorsman, hunter. He's an electrician as well, so he really is a handyman. They just do really funny videos with, again, very similar to, like, there's voiceover work from some movies and some other TikToks. And they get free beef jerky. They get free hunting knives. And they don't need to do any product placement for them whatsoever. They just send them the stuff because they know it's kind of in their wheelhouse.
So they make the video, then they send it to the company saying, look what we're posting?
No, the company sees their video because it had traction at getting...
And then they see the number of followers.
Yeah, they're getting 300,000
They have to
views.
hashtag the company to make sure they see it?
They just hashtag certain things, and I think that company, you know, does well with those certain hashtags, their brand. And so they, you know, basically they're setting them hoping that there be a cross-promotion there, you know, thanking, you know, the hunting knife company or the beef jerky, which most of the time it happens. But there's no contract saying you need to do any product placement. So it's really all about, you know, the algorithm, who's really watching your videos, and does it align with the company that, you know, potentially want to send you free stuff.
Yeah.
One of the popular ones going around now that I saw yesterday was, and it would be kind of fun to do it like at a wedding, is the scene in Goodfellas when Ray Liotta's going around the bar, and there's Jimmy the Nose. How you doing? How you doing? And there's, you know, Tommy two names because he always says things twice. I'm going to go get the papers. Go get the papers. So the guy's just following all of his buddies around the wedding, but then plays that audio as he goes around his own wedding. It's kind of funny.
Okay, there you go.
That's the kind of stuff I use. I don't do my own.
And what free stuff would you get out of that?
I won't get nothing. I just do it for fun.
Well, we like free stuff around here.
A Goodfellas DVD.
Yeah, the one I did yesterday wasn't that great, but I thought it was funny. There's another one out there that I want to do on my way to work that is a fake Siri, but it sounds just like Siri. Turn right. I'm not turning right, Siri. There's nothing over there. You dumbass, turn right. And it's just Siri being really berating this guy driving.
Belligerent.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can bring that audio up while you're driving, and it's your car, you're driving, but you have this audio playing. It's kind of funny.
And you have to edit that on a software system?
I don't.
somewhere?
No, I just kind of, I find the audio I want, then I save the audio. And then when I'm driving, I bring up my phone, just me driving. It's video of me driving, but then I hit audio. And that's playing while I'm driving. So you can see it's my car, I'm driving, but it's the other audio.
And you record that.
Yeah. I don't record it. I just save the audio. And the audio is saved.
Do you consider that to mean recording?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not recording anything. I'm recording when I hit record and I'm driving, but then I play the audio, and the audio's playing while I'm doing this, like on the golf course. On the golf course,
And then you record that, and then you save it, and then you send it to TikTok?
No, I just post it on my
heaven's
TikTok, and
sakes.
whoever watches it, watches it. I don't care.
But I know, I'm just asking how you get it to TikTok.
I have a TikTok account.
Okay, but still, you got to go from the video and audio that you put together.
My
to
interest
TikTok.
level, which was 0 before in TikTok.
It's really now it's just nil. Here, there's my TikTok account.
Okay, that's the
you just
app.
go to you go
I
to the
see
TikTok
that.
app and there's Gary Player getting ready to hit a shot.
Right, but
Is he
that's
doing
not
push-ups?
you.
Is he scolding people for eating?
But if there's audio here,
Nice shot, Gare.
there's audio out there of,
I get it. There's audio out there. I'm saying, how do you edit it so that you get that audio with your video and then into TikTok?
if I don't have to do any voice where, like yesterday, I had to kind of do it perfectly. Like if you look at D'Angelo Hopkins videos,
I'm just asking a
where
question.
he does all of us,
Technical question.
where he does all of us, he
Yeah.
has to get it perfect when he's talking.
I understand that.
The audio, I'm not on the audio. I'm using somebody else's voice with me.
Got it.
All right, so I don't have to do any editing.
Well, it's not just magic, though. You don't just play audio and all of a sudden it's up on TikTok. I'm saying, how do you get that audio with your video?
It says
Then I assume
upload.
you save it to your phone, and then you upload. You don't have to edit that at all?
This has got to be excruciating.
If I'm not in it,
Well, for heaven's sake.
no. If my voice is in there, I can edit it if I want to. But yesterday, my voice didn't match up with the guy where I said you too. I kind of went you too before his voice said you too.
Uh-huh.
I didn't edit it. Just put it up there. I don't care. But if I wanted to
D'Angelo
match
Hopkins, Doug, he's the one who does the wonderful TikToks at TMA. And he says, Iggy, there are no videos on your account, man. You're putting these videos somewhere else. That's from Cody.
Oh, no. See,
Also
you
known
don't
as
get it
D'Angelo
either.
Hopkins.
I don't get it, and apparently neither do you.
I think you're putting it on a 24-hour story.
Guys, Tim tried to break 15 minutes ago, and Leather Nuts hasn't stopped talking since. That's
Tim asked about TikTok.
I'd be surprised if I did. But I'm not saying I didn't, because, Doug, when you're talking for 4 hours a day, you can say things like Jimmy Kitty Cat. He said something last night he'd like to have back. I'm not saying I didn't. I just know I don't have much interest in it. And I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I'm comfortable with going, okay, that's not for me.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not saying it shouldn't be for other people. I'm just going, oh, that's not for me. Like, I look at, like, I can't tip my cap more to what Dave Portnoy and Barstool has built, for example. But I have zero interest in having to always be on social media and kind of playing a character and doing the whole thing. It's just not for me at this point in my life. I'd love millions and millions of dollars, don't get me wrong, but that's just not where I am. And so I know that for radio personalities, places want you to, and I get it, makes sense, to build a following, to get on all these social media things and play the game. But I'm just, I feel like I wouldn't be being myself. So I would rather just kind of, this is who I am, and this is what I do. And if you like it, you like it. And whenever you decide you don't, that's fine. I will go and I'll work on my wedges in Jupiter, Florida, and I will be comfortable. And I tip my cap because the game changes. And that is not part of the game that I am interested in playing. You see what I'm saying? It's just not, I just know I'm out of place, you know? You see what I'm saying? Anybody follow me?
Yeah,
no? Okay.
sure.
Like Plowhawk, OnlyFans is perfect for him. He's got a monster hog. He's got a monster hog.
TikTok's not for me, but OnlyFans is where I can see myself building my brand.
What'd you just put in your mouth now?
Airhead. They'll be on my nipples later.
Cut that. Yeah, I don't mind doing it. I'm just not very good at it. So.
Well, apparently none of the videos you thought
Well,
you posted got posted. So I'd say, yeah, not very good at it.
I think what I'm doing is I'm posting them to my story, which go to Instagram, not on TikTok.
And they disappear.
Yeah, because I got a lot of likes on it, but I guess they were just liking it's on Instagram. It's not on TikTok. So I guess to answer your question, I have no idea how to get it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Long story.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting
I'm
at.
watching TikTok videos, and I'm saving the audio from TikTok, but I think they're going on Instagram.
Okay. Well, darn it. Maybe you can work on that and get them on TikTok.
Yeah, they're somewhere. Go find them.
Doug,
I'm not
that's how
going to
you
go
mark
find him. I'm not going to. That's up to you.
The treat for the audience is Iggy has done a TikTok. You just have to find
Just go find it.
All right, we got a break. Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour coming up with the Bert Early Cutlery Cuts of the Week and the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling, and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
You know, a lot of people are happy to put money up, but when it comes to Ryan Kelly, Donnie, he puts his actions behind it with the money he raises with the Keep Climbing Foundation.
Well, it's really amazing to have Ryan in your corner, you know, with all the work that I do with the Ronald McDonald House Charities. And whenever Ryan and I talk about it, it's, what do you need, Donnie? What can I do for you? No, that's it. And that is an amazing thing, Ryan. And we're very thankful for you for that, man. I really appreciate it. And here's some intel you might not know, Donnie, is your work with the Ronald McDonald House Charities here locally in St. Louis has expanded. And now we are representing and supporting Ronald McDonald House charity homes all around the United States. That's great. There's about 7 or 8 that come to mind right now. They were actively campaigning and raising dollars and awareness for from Tampa, Austin, all around the nation. So just working with you on that has grown into something much bigger. And Tim, your support, your listener support, I don't know what to say. It's huge. Thank you everybody out there for always supporting thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
The Fan Page Club Championship at Gateway National Golf Course, presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it, is officially underway. A bunch of guys went out in the heavy wind conditions and complained about the rules. People got eliminated. You can't even come out and see the tournament, but you can follow it on social media. Check out TMASTL on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all the updates and videos of guys making like triple bogeys to win the hole. Pretty dumb stuff. Brought to you by The Morning After and Michelob Ultra.
I before E, except after C.
What is it? I before E, except after Y?
Nutted it. Absolutely nutted it.
Treat others how you would like to be treated.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Salt and smoke.
Okay.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at tmastl.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
I spent 4 years in San Francisco.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Oh, Bill, it's the weekend, and it's a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Sundresses, sapphos.
You guys going to get some new leggings for the weekend?
Oh, I'm going to get some.
Oh. Maybe a cute top?
Oh, yeah.
I'm writing Doug a check right now, and it's for miscellaneous. Yep.
You should just put sex.
Oh.
I just think that'd be so
What would
funny.
the bank think?
That's the funny video of it. That could be a TikTok.
Yeah, see, now we can get on TikTok, Doug.
Just sex.
Oh.
There it is. I don't write a lot of checks.
You're a high-price hooker, Doug.
There it is, nurse.
Oh,
There it is. In this case, oh yeah, there's a pen. I got the pen. Welcome to the Maggie O'Brien's, and I'm standing. Wonder what the audience gets to see. Probably a tight body.
Oh.
It's ready to be seduced this weekend. Oh, what am I doing this weekend? Oh, I'm going to T-ball games. Effing naughty.
No, that is not. Are there other stepdads there?
Yeah, the Francis Park scene is a whole scene, man.
Now, why are you playing T-ball at Francis Park? That's a long way from your home.
Yes, relatively speaking. Well, it's right across the street from where my parents still live, where I grew up, and still love the neighborhood. St. Gabriel's has kind of 2 picnics going on this year. So they're just having, like, the gambling and the booze, because it's a Catholic church.
Right.
Right out in front. And then they'll have the real picnic in October. They've moved it. So there you go. But as far as why, gentleman who was a salesperson here, Bill Bixon, great guy, longtime TMA listener, told me when we came over here. He is the guy who heads it up, and he said, if you want to have your son play in it, and I said, yeah, but we're not in that parish. And he goes, oh, it's fine. We get now the way they're consolidating parishes. I think there are 300 kids in it, so it's St. Gabriel's Parish, what used to be St. Joan of Arc, Our Lady of Sorrows, St. Ambrose, all the schools that were in the district I was in when I was playing sports and just dropping threes.
Yeah, you made it rain there.
St. Mary Magdalene in the city, not Iggy, St. Mary Magdalene, Epiphany. So they all play at Francis Park. It's a whole scene. And now there's this bar at Francis Park. Have you seen that by chance?
No, I don't hang out there a lot.
Plowhawk Rock, what is it, Rockwell, am I right?
Oh, Rockwell Brewing?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's right
they're
there,
fire.
right by the tennis courts. So people just come and hang out, and the families are there. It's a great thing. I'm hoping. The whole thing is, it's why I moved my tea time up today for the Fan Page Club Championship, is because I want to make sure I can get there in time for the T-ball game for my son.
Yeah.
And then my wife would take our 4-month-old, and then I'd meet them at Francis Park. That's my plan. And then I got T-ball tomorrow morning for the St. Peter's T-ball League.
Oh, yeah, you're in that, too.
Yeah.
Has he made any plays defensively yet?
I didn't realize this. What age, now that you've raised 3 sons, what age do kids start to catch the ball? Because I realized that it isn't just my son. It's just not what necessarily happens. He's 4 for the record. Now, they can hit, but as far as catching, it's not a skill.
Like, kind of put your hand up and...
So one of the coaches wasn't there. I've made a commitment. I think I've said this on the radio before. I certainly said it on the podcast, that I will not coach either one of my sons, mainly because if you just kind of get one of the moms who becomes familiar with the things I've said on the radio over the last couple of decades, it could be a thing. So I don't want to subject my sons to that. They'll just have to deal with the audio of it. And but in this case, one of the coaches was out of town. I said, I'll be happy to help out however I can. And so I'm playing catch with the kids, and I didn't realize that the catching thing isn't a skill that is there just yet. So then we just resorted to grounders, which is fine. They can do that. They fall on the grounders.
Right.
And I love doing it. It's great, man. And there's you can tell when kids have some athletic ability, I guess it's just God-given. And you can tell the kids who are into it, and you're just like, man, this kid's going to be able to, if he wants to, potentially be successful. So anyway, but for whatever reason, I wonder when you get the skill.
I think about 6 or 7.
That's what so there are like some 6 or 7-year-olds who are like older brothers.
Yeah,
who will be there on the side playing.
Can play,
and you see them and you go, the difference between 4 and 6 is monumental.
Oh, yeah.
But it is 50% of a lifespan at that time, so it makes sense.
Well, one problem I always notice is that the parents get the kids little tiny gloves. I got a little kid, he needs a little tiny glove. Well, Ozzie Smith couldn't catch with a little tiny glove. Give him a bigger glove. Give him half a chance.
It's the afraid of the ball aspect, and I think it carried me the entire time I played baseball. I was terrible at baseball. Hand-eye coordination, I'm fine in the field, but I think it takes a certain skill to not be afraid of the ball. I think a lot of kids
you can't
are
be afraid.
You know, when you have a pop fly, it's you want to get under the ball. A lot of kids are.
You can't be especially afraid of pop flies. I can see afraid of a pitcher who's wild and throwing hard. That's one thing, but you can't be afraid of the ball being hit.
It's the form because you're a little worried that it's going to hit you, so you're not the confidence of being able to make one of those catches.
Well, you need to learn how to catch right. You don't catch with the glove right in front of your face, or if you miss it, it's going to hit you in the face.
Yeah, no, I
catch a little bit off to the side. And you'll notice, Tim, usually that the younger brothers will be better than the older kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. My brother,
trying to keep up.
Danny, who is not thanked at the end of the program, Kevin was a legitimately great athlete. I think that's comfortable saying. And then my little sister, she won a state championship in soccer and actually played at St. Louis University. But I was the one probably of the four who had the most passion for sports, but I have what they call a height problem.
Well.
And unfortunately, at St. Louis U High, Gary Kornfeld still regrets it, cut me from everything. And I think that cost that school a lot of championships and probably some dollars in the endowment, candidly.
Well, with your height, you were maybe better suited to be a jockey.
Drop out of it. Doug's doing it again. He's doing it.
Midget wrestler.
Don't do it. Ah!
Imagine putting him on, like, what do they call it, the equestrian team?
If there were an equestrian team.
There's no
at St.
way.
Gabriel's, it would be wonderful.
It just seems unfair. You said when you tried out for football, you were, 5'2",
100 pounds. That was on the depth chart.
It seems unfair that they did not see the potential.
Thank you. Thank you for saying
Where'd
that.
Iggy
What else
go?
are you looking for?
Iggy was in and he was out. Ah, yes.
I didn't see him leave. That was my whole. I just saw an empty chair.
I saw Courtney in the hallway during the commercial break. No, she was walking outside. And she goes, "Oh, you're playing golf today." I said, "Yeah, Iggy's on my bag." And Courtney's a golfer. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, you have that Fan Page Club Championship." I go, "Oh, my God, Courtney knows about the Fan Page Club Championship."
How would she know about
Iggy,
that?
I saw Courtney in the hallway during the break, and she knows about the Fan Page Club Championship.
Oh, we were talking about it last break.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Well,
She said that thing's still going on? Like, yeah, it'll be going on until September.
I don't know. We're kind of on a nice pace.
Yeah, but I still think this...
I think the next deadline is sometimes in mid-July because we know people go on vacation usually around this time.
That'd be the 8th, and the Final Four would be
maybe
August.
Like end of July, and then we'll have the championship in August. And we'll sell tickets.
I think it'll go to September. Well, if you look at it, we're in the final.
Here we go. Here's a breakdown.
We're in the final 8.
Back over
You have till June 12th. You have till June 12th to finish your final 8. Then there'll be 8 players left. You have until July something to get. Then we'll be down to 4. Those 4 will have till August, and then you'll have the finals. Okay. You'll have until September.
All right.
Now they could finish it earlier.
Well, sure they could.
But Tim's running it, and it's going great.
Because he's
last year they were playing in November.
Now they can not only run a parking lot but a tournament as well.
They were playing in November last year. I think we finished the Lemmings Open before the Fan Page Club Championship was done.
Oh.
So, yeah, we were talking about it at the break. And I was giving her some ideas for the Lemmings, what we were thinking about doing.
Cool. Now she's with a different station.
Yeah, she is. You don't believe in cross promotion?
No.
Clip that off.
I didn't even have time to write the other
Just
one
did a
down.
spit take with my protein shake. That rhymes.
I like cross promotion.
Hill. Well, doesn't she have to hustle back to her show as well?
Well, she was dilly-dallying, too. She was late for her break.
And she's the only one on that show?
No, there's another person.
Oh, my God, no.
A couple more on there.
Okay.
They got a hell of a thing going there.
Yeah, they got a lot of people.
I'm pretty sure one of
all these shows up and down the hallway are legit. It really is the case. I'd say that if we were still at KFNS. Well, I mean, honestly, we kind of are too. Okay. But as far as the podcast, yeah, I'm just being honest. But for real, I mean, what's going on next door, like on the other side of the wall where Doug and Iggy are, for those of you watching, that's where Rizzuto sits, and it's just him and Burton today. I guess Moon. I haven't seen. Have you seen King Scott today in the studio?
I'll say I said hi to him, even though he's probably not here.
So you just, for the hell of it, are lying?
Well, I did one day, and it wasn't a lie. I said hi to King Scott, and then somebody, lie. He's in Los Angeles today. I didn't say that I talked to him. I just said I saw him walk by the door and said, "Hey, King." I didn't know he was in there or not. I just said, "Hi, King."
Yeah.
So I said hi to King Scott. I didn't say he said hi back, or I saw him.
No.
So you said hi to where he would normally be.
Where he would be in the studio. I walked by in his door. I said, "Hey, King." I walked by. Could have been in there, could not. I guess he wasn't in there, but I didn't say I shook hands with him. And I said hi to King Scott.
Right, that's all you said.
He happened to not be in there, but I didn't know that. Yeah, you can't. You really can't swing a dead cat in this place without hitting a celebrity.
Cut that off.
I mean, just go down the
Radio
hallway.
people.
Go down the hall and just look at all the people working and how long they've been in the industry and how well they're known.
You consider yourself a celebrity?
No. I said down the hall. Tim is. You are. I'm not.
I don't know about that.
Go next door. That whole show is celebrities. K-Shi, you got You-Man, celebrity, been there forever. Learn. Vaz has been here forever. A.D. Roundtree is going to be a star. He just started about a month ago. Courtney's been around forever. Randy Carrick's been around forever. The Arch is killing it. I mean, every station you go down, there's
Well, you've
big
been
name
around
people.
forever.
Yeah, but
Doesn't that make you a celebrity?
I've done nothing with my brand. They're known.
Okay.
They're on TV shows. They go on Frank's Pit.
Oh, God.
I've never been on Frank's Pit.
Would you like to?
I was asked, and I said, I'm not driving all the way
Were you
down there
really?
at 11 o'clock at night. So, yeah, I turned it down. No one never asked back.
When I get asked to do things, I think about how much I can pay to not do them. I'm dead serious. And I have to tell you, this isn't new. This has been going on forever.
It's hard to tell people no, though, because from years of
But see,
asking
you
other
have a
people,
reputation as a really nice, good guy. I have a bad reputation as a mean guy, and so therefore people are like, that's on brand. Or I'm a pervert. Well, I am, and therefore I don't get at, which has really been great because I am a pervert who is a sexual deviant, and then therefore I can't be associated with certain things, so I don't get asked, which therefore I don't have to say no, and that's great. But one of the reasons I like being in Jupiter is I never get bothered. And I can't put $1 for you in the warm weather.
But when you spent
in the BMIs,
when you spend a career asking people to do interviews, and then when someone asks you in turn,
I'll do interviews.
You kind of feel like,
interviews.
Sure.
I do a podcast for somebody with like 10 listeners or whatever. I do that all day long. But like, I'm not comfortable, not because I can speak in front of people all day long, but like if it's an audience that isn't our kind of audience, like if there was like a balloon party audience, that ain't my scene, man. That ain't my scene. I'm not going to do something to talk to like, that type of situation. That's not what I'm going to do. Now, if it's a TMA audience, I'll do it all day long because they kind of get the program. But I don't want that stuff. I want to just be in my home with my family and the friends I've known for years and play golf and, again, looking for an MFF,
I did one time.
That's what I'm on the prowl for. That and good pizza, I guess.
Now, if it's something related to the show and the station, I'll do anything. Because I love going out and talking to listeners. I really do. I love meeting listeners. But there was a friend of mine I went to high school with. And I guess she's in charge of this.
Gail Volva.
No, it wasn't Gail.
Shocked.
But she's...
Connie Lassiter.
It wasn't Connie either.
It
was Marcia.
The Irish gang?
It was Marcia Sullins.
The guys who whacked Tim Robbins at the end of Mystic River.
Marcia Sullins, actually.
Marcia Sullins.
And she has something to do with this group of lawyers that they meet once a month for lunch, and I think it's called the Blue Goose Group.
The Blue Goose.
Oh, yeah. My parents were in Blue Goose.
Were they?
Yeah, going way back.
Yeah, well, they're still doing it. And she asked me to speak at their luncheon. And I said, yeah, whatever you need me to do. They had no clue who I was.
No, I wouldn't think so.
They'd never heard the show.
No.
She said, I just talk sports. I said, so I got about to talk. How about those Cardinals? And I've never been so more uncomfortable in my life. Not because I'm speaking in front of people. No. I'm speaking in front of people that don't know who I am.
No. And you were billed as this big star.
Yeah, and for like 10 minutes I talked, and I said, that was so awkward.
I know people are going to jump Iggy's ass for it, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. So then, therefore, you can't, St. Louis U High would ask me to MC things, which I was happy to do, especially for a place I do hold near and dear and think highly of and still do. But it's like a trivia night. It was a sports trivia night. So it wasn't St. Louis U High people. It was people who ever played trivia, and I'm just like a guy. And I'm like, well, this is, I'm happy to do it for the school.
I did the trivia night there once. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to do it for the school, but not for that particular kind of audience. Larry Thornton would like to issue a statement.
Okay.
I produced the pit on KSDK for 17 years, and Iggy's name never came up. Thanks, Larry Thornton.
Well, Frank called me personally and said,
So he went around, Larry.
Do you want to? I need you to come on the pit tonight. They were talking golf or something, and can you come on? And I said, I really don't want to. Why is that hijacking? The Thornton called me out. I'm answering it. It's not hijacking. And I just told Frank, I really don't want to drive downtown at 11 o'clock at night. on a Sunday. That's what I told him. So
A lot of times
you
they
must you have been a crap producer, Thornton. He didn't even go through you.
Larry Thornton.
It's on him.
He didn't go through you. He went through me. Of course, I was working with the guy at the time, so he asked me, and I just politely said, I got to get up early tomorrow. I really don't want to come down here at 11 o'clock to sit there for 5 minutes and talk golf. So
Well,
you got Joe there to hover.
Well, we had him on Channel 4. I had him on Channel 4 to hover, talk about the World Cup.
Yeah,
He literally levitated above the chair.
Big
Which
get for
became
you.
the lead story.
Big get for you.
Well, people are talking about a levitating thing on Sports Sunday. Hey, I'd like to tell people about Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. That's where Jamie Burkhardt and Clayton Patterson are. And even if you get your car from there, you can get your car serviced there. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Go online at stlouisacura.com. Shop right there, right now. See the new car selection. See the pre-owned selection. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and altontoyota.com. Do the exact same thing, or email me, tmckernan at insidestl.com. That is how I will connect you with Jamie Burkhardt via email. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. And Stratum Structural Systems, if you're dealing with waterproofing needs or foundation repair needs, work with Matt Ford, work with Brett Groman, work with Stratum Structural Systems. And you'll be very happy you did. I did when we had a waterproofing situation. Man, when you have one of those, that is a living hell. But Stratum fixes it. And they fix it quick, fast, and in a hurry. 314-620-8153 or go online at stratumrepair.com. When you call 314-620-8153, let them know you are a TMA listener and you get $100 off your repair project. They're in Chesterfield, Missouri. They're in Columbia, Illinois, and they are local. It's Stratum Structural Systems online at stratumrepair.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, and that means it's time for the Bertarelli Cutlery
Hope we have them.
of the week.
We got them.
All right, hit the lever.
Cuts of the Week are brought to you by Bertarelli Cutlery. Visit them on the Hill or online at bertarellico.com. Cut 1.
I said, let me do a movie with no budget.
Who's going
They
to
all
let
have
you do
budgets.
this? You keep saying, let me. Who's me? Who's going to let you do
I don't
that?
know. Maybe I can talk to Bree Mills.
You're looking for a financier?
Somebody just let me. What's your premise here? Well, we got 4 girls and blah, blah, blah. Let me direct it.
Why would they let you do that if you've never done that before?
Here's $500,000. Go ahead.
I'll do it for free. No, I'll do it for
girls
free.
and blah, blah, blah. Let me direct it.
You look at, I mean, Ricky Greenwood's, he's directing like 90 a day. Just let me take over 1.
Ricky Greenwood's.
Interviewed him at the AVNs a few years ago.
But he's in the business. That's why he got the job.
He had just started out.
You're not in the job.
He had just started out and got 4 AVNs in 1 year, and this is his first year.
Did he?
Because he had a lot of big stars in the Bree Mills, and he also had Mile High.
So you're saying there's basically nothing to it, this directing. There's nothing to it.
Well, I can't see how much there is to directing porn. Cut. Your leg was off to the left. Come on. Put some energy into it. No, just bang when you're done. Cut. That's it.
I think there's probably
Wrap.
more to it than that.
Cut 2.
How much is a Sibian new?
Doug, what is a new Sibian
I don't have a clue.
I'll look it on my phone.
Probably $1,000.
The Saddle Deluxe.
Saddle Deluxe.
It's $1,000, but you actually have it's like a handle, for a bull, like when you're riding a bull. Because it has the dilly and then it has the handle in front. So you can actually,
Stability is key.
there's only 4 left in stock.
People have rooms just specifically for their Sibians?
I've never seen one, Tim.
I'd be disposable wealth if you just had a Sibian room.
Like in Huntley, are there Sibian rooms?
I think that's
I've
how
never
Man
seen one.
Cave started.
Imagine you're on a trip with a real estate agent. You're like, would this be able to convert into a Sibian room?
Okay, Jackson, that's enough.
How many outlets do you got in here? I like to have a Sibian party, and I need at least...
Okay, Plowsy, that's enough.
Well, I think sexually active couples who use a lot of toys have a room just for the toys.
All right, Iggy, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, you have whips and things on the wall, and you have your Sibia. And
Have you ever been in someone's house where you saw whips on the wall?
I haven't, no.
Imagine kid-proofing an entire sex room? That would be hard.
Whips and chains and masks and ball gags and toys and things like that. Just in the, a lot of people call it the dungeon.
Now, would you have a room like that if you could afford it?
No, I'm not into that, so I don't have any of those things.
Imagine the sound of 4 Sibians going on at once.
Oh, my word.
In a 2-bed, 2-bath.
Yep.
Cottage.
Bungalow.
Cottage.
Cut 3.
I think the series, though, that's how the Cardinals are going to have to win. They won with good pitching. They won with defense. I think Bader saved 2 runs yesterday. And they won with a couple of sacrifice flies. So I think that's how this team's going to have to win.
Well, that's how most teams win, with good pitching.
No, a lot of
defense,
teams
score some runs.
a lot of teams just slug their way to wins and have terrible defense, but win 8-7 and terrible pitching. And
Guys, I just hear this take on the show. They have to play good and pitch well and play good defense, and they're going to win.
yeah, and win games
retired Air Marshal.
and win games 3-2 and 4-1 and 3-0. That's they're not going to win slugfest games.
Guys, I think this is how the Cardinals are going to have to win games. They're going to have to score more than the team they play. Thanks.
So I don't talk
Motley
sports this
and Berkeley.
Well, I gave my breakdown on how they won 3 of those games.
Yeah.
With Dakota Hudson and Wainwright giving up like 4 hits total.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. They're not known for their pitching.
The Cardinals aren't?
Well, they haven't been.
No.
Michaelis, he got rocked the other day.
They're known for their frugal spending.
They are not. They are not. They're like one of the top 6 or 7 payrolls in baseball in one of the smaller markets.
Got to win with defense.
You want them to outspend the Yankees and Dodgers? It's not going to happen.
No, it's all about smart payroll.
Dakota Hudson's now under 3 is ERA.
We still paying Mike Leake.
Cut.
I'll leave it at the 4. But there was a time when I interviewed him, and he was in town for something, and he said, "You ever thought about a breath mint? You smell like smoke." So that's something you don't say to a guy.
Oh.
And then another time I was calling out at a tournament.
Tom Watson said that to you.
Yeah. There was another time that...
Does a sphincter pucker when a legend like that tells you to get a breath mint?
Yeah, you smell like smoke. I was like, well, this interview's off to a great start. It's a gap tooth.
Oh, you did not call him gap tooth.
Wow.
You didn't say that.
No, I just took it and said, I'm sorry. Sorry, I just had a cigarette outside. Sorry.
Text me and I'll talk dirty to you.
And another time they were having a tournament out in Tahoe, and I had the hotel where all the players are staying.
Yeah, you had the hotel.
I knew where the hotel was and where they were all staying. So I called. I was getting all kinds of people on to, it was our anniversary of Fairways and Greens.
Well, sure it was.
Maybe 10-year anniversary, I don't know.
About 10 years.
And I said, Jay, I'm just going to call the hotel and see if I can get some of these players just to wish us congratulations on a 10-year anniversary to Fairways and Greens.
Nice going.
And most of them did. 10, 12, 13 did.
Sure.
Got to Watson.
Oh, what do you?
I can't believe you're bothering me. I don't do things like that. I said, okay, all you got to do is say I don't have time for you. You don't have to scold me. But to call me and ask me to give you a congratulations? I said, well, I'm pretty sure you know who Jay Randolph Sr. is. This is Jay's kid who's doing the show. Just don't bother me ever again. How'd you get this number? I said, well, it's a hotel number. It's not hard to find, buddy.
Oh, you call him buddy.
So that was 2 times that I had to run over to him, and I just kind of said, okay, well, I'm done with that guy.
Cut.
5. I enjoy astronomy.
What's your favorite galaxy, bro?
Probably the Milky Way.
Can you name any others?
Yeah.
His isn't 1, 2.
Honestly, I couldn't.
Big Dipper, Little Dipper.
But those
aren't galaxies.
Those aren't galaxies.
They're star clusters.
But they're not galaxies.
They could be.
They could be. Iggy, keep going so we can play this as a replay 10 more times.
I said I'm a fan. That doesn't mean I know everything about it.
Well, you must know something about it to be a fan.
Intellectual
I gave you one.
things are just my jam.
I gave you the Milky Way.
Yeah, that's our galaxy, all right?
Yeah.
Aren't we part of the Milky Way?
Correct.
Well, it's still a galaxy.
Yeah.
You asked me for one, I gave you one.
Okay, give me your top 3.
No, there is no top 3.
You're a one galaxy dude.
Alpha Centauri.
That's a star.
I know it is. It's a big star, though.
I'm looking at
We're just naming things in space.
Well, it's astronomy.
And those were the cuts of the week.
Well, there it is, and what a week it was. You feel good about the work we're doing, Doug.
You don't really even need to go to college when you hear some of our breakdowns of subjects like astronomy. That's enough. When you hear us talk 5 minutes, you're going to have all the information you're going to need for the rest of your life on the subject.
Look, if you're homeschooling your kid, just turn on the show.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything.
No.
3 hours of education.
Yeah.
There's a new whiskey in town for the children listening who are being homeschooled. Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and going down easy is their game. The kin behind Fistful has spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest. I've got a text I need to read.
Oh.
Larry Thornton has issued a response. This side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy. That's why Fistful of Bourbon keeps winning gold medals, blue ribbons, and whatnots at every fancy liquor competition from the Berkshires to Bakersfield. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Enjoy Fistful. responsibly. And Muggsy, oh, Doug, tell me about your pants.
Oh, my pants, I got exactly what I need. I have what I call playoff pants because you can save them for a really important occasion. Well, it's not to say you can't wear them every day. You can because they're so darn comfortable.
Yeah,
they
so
stretch
smooth.
with you. They don't they don't squeeze you in the waist at all, and you can bend over and you don't feel like, oh, I'm going to rip my trouser. They're just perfect. And they look nice. You could wear them in all kinds of occasions. Yeah, I got what I want with these Muggsy britches.
Well, Muggsy's are the most comfortable men's jeans on the planet. Built with a proprietary stretch denim, these jeans look stylish but feel like you're wearing sweatpants. The most comfortable jeans around. The stretch jean for men. More room and more comfort, and they're never too baggy either. So here's what you do. You go to MuggsyJeans.com, and you enter TMA as the promo code, and now you got 10% off your entire order. Enter the promo code TMA, and you get 10% off your entire order. It's Muggsy Jeans. Oh, and you will enjoy the fun, free, and dependable element of Muggsy Jeans. Promo code TMA for 10% off. And think about it. Larry Thornton has issued a statement. I just texted Frank Cusimano, and he said, quote, no chance about asking to be Iggy, having Iggy on the pit.
Well, then Frank's lying.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Do you think Frank's going to admit that somebody turned him down for the pit? And it was a long time ago, so Frank probably forgot, but yeah. If Frank said he's never asked me to be on the pit, then Frank is misremembering.
I think that's what Roger Clemens said his trainer did in a congressional hearing.
I believe he told Congress that, yeah. Which didn't go over that well. Not particularly well.
So your text meant absolutely nothing.
Larry, your text means nothing. Thank you. Please text in again, though.
Not that text didn't mean anything.
I got to...
What's going on, Plowhog?
I forgot about email, so I'm just going to try and sign in real quick.
Okay.
All this stuff.
Oh, Doug, that means the filtered file is not existent, and they're just all in there, and it's going to be the Wild Wild West. Watch this. Wild Wild West. Okay.
No, I'm going to try. I'm opening it now.
Wild West.
I'll get some out of...
Maybe you could just read them for us.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
I don't know how to sign out, bro.
Tim is very good with emails on the fly.
Nice going, Tim.
I mean, if he has to say nope, 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 well...
How do you sign out?
Wild West.
You got emails open, Tim?
I do.
Okay, we're good then.
Well, I still would like to be able to do it.
Oh, sure you would.
Hey, Jackson will be back Monday.
Oh,
the Wild West. Kumo D. What happened to Kumo D?
I don't know that name.
Yeah, we can have him at the Lemmings Open.
No, he's probably going to be at the St. Louis Fair, along with Coolio and...
Man, you are down on this lineup.
Third Eye Blind.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like the fair lineup?
No, they just go with old school crap.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email. Tim McKernan, more like Tim McPerfect, but this email is about random sexual experiences. We were both in the big screen section at Best Buy, anxiously waiting Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial verdict, and all of a sudden the dude next to me starts dousing his khakis with Scotch Guard. Then looked at me with his crystal blue eyes and said, if Johnny wins, it's going to get wet and wild because you and I are going to have some sex. Suffice it to say, as Amber was crying, I was a-lying, and by lying I mean on my back, spread eagle whilst being deflowered by a grunting rich guy from Sunset Hills. That's from Chief Holden Mike Hawk.
Chief Holden Mike Hoff.
That's Kevin Miller.
He's
I
new.
got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Kevin Miller.
Finally, someone filtering who appreciates lesbianism, because I've been doing a lot of self-pleasuring until last night. I lost myself in the swirl of the strange, new, familiar softness of her. She smelled like someone I once knew. Our hands made quick work of each other's terrain. I was slender, she was curved. She was light where I was tense. I was firm where she was soft.
Oh.
Her fingers unraveled my nerves as they trailed down my back, releasing the frenzied butterflies from the hidden cage door I didn't know existed.
Oh, for heaven's sake, who writes like that?
I ran my fingers up into the thick curls of her hair and pulled her gently by the base of her skull further into my kiss.
In return, she clutched at my hips to weave me deeper into her world.
Oh.
That's the deal, Banana Peel. That's from bikini model Brittany. There's a picture. Oh.
That was just Kevin Miller also, isn't it?
It doubles today.
Kevin Miller with a second email. This one has bikini model Brittany.
Dear Deidre, I'm a 30-year-old closeted twink boy who plays a straight guy on the radio. Although I maintain a diabetic diet, I check in at the slight weight of 117 pounds. Like I said, I'm a twink, but if you saw me from afar, you'd likely mistake me for a lesbian because of my haircut. I've recently pissed the bed while I slept and pissed in my sink for unknown reasons. My girlfriend has stayed with me even though I have waved literally every red flag possible. She's just not able to pick up on the fact that I am into gentlemen. My last-ditch effort to open her eyes to my hidden lifestyle is to force her to take video of me inserting butt plugs on OnlyFans. I'm going to wear her underwear and seductively eat honeycomb as curious men watch me flirt. Eventually, I plan to hang dong while men pleasure themselves to my naked hog. If she doesn't get the hint, what should I do? Do you perhaps have a support pack for me? Something titled "Admitting You Want to Have Another Man Drive You." Your undersized HD2 board ops.
Oh.
I'll anxiously await your response. That's from the JV golf coach.
JV golf coach.
Oh, my word. Well, there's a lot in here. And, Doug, there isn't a filtered file. So, I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's your freewheeling today.
It's high risk. That's what I know. I know it's high risk. Let's see what we got here. Morning, boys. I'm enjoying the evergreen segment that pops up once a day where Iggy talks confidently about something he knows nothing about. So here's where I do my TikToks, and TikToks are easy because you just download them and post them to your page. What do you mean, how do I do them, Doug? You see, so basically what I do is, so like for example, like on this one, I just download it.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me I don't do TikToks? Well, anyway, Sean Barnes is emailing me the scores. And they're not official until you email them to me, even though I'm not involved. And not a single portion of the tournament requires me to do anything. And while we're on the topic, I know I say I hate the fan page and never go on it because that's what I think Tim would think is cool to say. But I would like to say that I've been readmitted to the fan page for the third time in as many months after my last suspension. So, Jackson, if you wouldn't mind taking time away from your Lake of the Ozarks vacation to approve the post I made this morning, that would be choice. Thanks. That's from the Fat with a Grint.
Fat with a Grint.
That never happened.
He's new.
Sent Jackson anything this morning?
Look, that's who we have for the designing.
Okay.
I just have to err on the side of caution. I don't.
Yeah.
There wasn't a filtered file, and I don't know what
there wasn't.
Yeah, that was on me.
Well, I like.
I did about 80% of my job today, which I think is that's good.
Yeah. I like the Fat with a Grint a lot, but due to the fact that he turned in 2 and seemed to be working double time today and turned in a nice email under the name Bikini Model Brittany, I'm going to vote for Kevin Miller.
Wow. Landmark moment.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't think any of them were that good.
What about the last one?
No. Well, you didn't vote for it, so
No.
it could have been. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to vote for Bikini Model Brittany.
Oh.
That's a shocker, actually.
Wow.
I found it kind of cute.
You like lesbian erotica scented.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a nice win for Kevin Miller.
Kevin Miller. Got it.
Unbelievable.
Who would you vote for?
I was going to go with the Fat with the Grint.
Oh, okay.
You going to change your vote now?
No, I can't change my vote.
Yeah, it's once it's
Well, you
recorded.
could.
No, it goes to the Smithsonian. It's already there. It's in D.C. Okay. Time for us to shut it down. I'm going to reunite with Matt Rocchio for an hour on Balloon Party 101 ESPN. And Pepperoncini's about to do Mount Rushmore of movie lines from DP scenes. So that's going to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of that prepared, Iggy, and I probably got to go to my car to show prep. So I'll look at some stuff.
That's the show. That's the green room is out in the parking lot.
That's a fact.
What's in that car?
It's a green room, bud.
What else is in there?
Green. And me.
Gas.
Yeah, and just hanging out.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Oh, to make Pepperoncini more, better. I can't even talk anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll have fun. That's what really matters.
Sure, if I got to carry it, I'll carry it.
Doug, did he just yawn into the microphone?
Yeah, he's that much of a pro. He's tired, but if he has to carry it, he will.
Time for us to shut it down. For the Plowhawk, for the Vacationing Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM and TMASTL.com and YouTube.com/TMASTL from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA.